Go in the yard, baby. D I love. Go JSU football.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, man. What's up, D I Love family?
What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Man, happy was this? It was Good Friday, right? It's Good Friday. I think Easter's on. Huh?
Felt like a Saturday.
Yes, indeed, man. Man, what a great show on Wednesday. We gonna keep it rocking and rolling, man. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us. All the support, all the comments, good and bad, or not necessarily good, but good. I would say good and constructive. In regards to the interview, thank Coach Tamika Reed for coming on the show. Still kind of salty about my internet, bro. You know what I'm saying? It made me mad, man, because a lot of what she said in the meat of the interview, I wasn't able to grab because I had to go back and look at it because I missed a good little bit because of the internet. Kind of went down on me a little bit, but hey, we back. Again, we appreciate her for coming on and being as raw and real and as authentic as she could be. A lot of people feel like that we didn't extract everything that we could, but my thing is this right here, man. That's one time of many, and the objective is to keep her here in Jackson and let her know that we rocking with her and we supporting her. And I want to say this though before we even get going, man. Thank you to everybody that donated to the impromptu donation. We're over $10,000 in donations so far, and we'll we'll keep it rolling, man, until next week sometime. So, yeah, man.
Look, I told you I wanted you to hold off for a minute, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway because
what's up, TD?
What's up, TD? I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway because I just feel like I need to. We got 189 people in here, and listen, for all of y'all that's in here, y'all can hear my voice, man. I need y'all to man, say a prayer and for my man Ken, man. He's going through some real tough family issues right now.
Yeah.
Dealing with a very, very, very major family crisis right now. Not gonna really get into all the details of it, but we're talking about the possible, loss of a loved one, very close loved one at that, spur of the moment as well. And it's been a rough 24 hours. We don't look like what we've been discussing and what's going on. And and Ken, when I was talking to you yesterday, it was Shaka. It was Shaka.
Yeah, it was Shaka. That's right.
Shaka.
Let me jump in here real quick, man. I want to say this. I wasn't sure if I was going to be on today, but I feel like I needed to because this platform is also an outlet for me. So if I step away, y'all just bear with me. I'm gonna dedicate this show to my sister, man. Sis, God, I love you, man. But I'll just say this, and I'll just say, man, we may not, my niece may not make it through the night. You know, God got the last say so. Very unfortunate, man. Just kind of a amazing turn of events. I won't get into all the details of it, but she developed some type of sickness, man. It just came out of nowhere. It seems like, and it progressed extremely fast. And I mean, only 14. That's my baby niece, man. I was just with them. I was just at home when I was at home with my mom, my sister, and my nieces and nephews. They barbecuing, they doing what they do, and it's just like, you know, it that kind of don't make sense. Y'all know I got all girls, man, and I have to, have that conversation with my daughters today, and I talked to my brother today, talked to my sister. TD, what's up, bro? And they, I want to thank KT Dub because they over at the hospital where he works at, and we went and checked on them for me, and I'll be home. More than likely, it'll be probably Monday. It was no need for me to rush home because kind of where things are right now, it's more about accepting and just understanding this. I wanted to say this, and I'll leave it alone, man. Man, God's will is sovereign, man. We all have a day that we show up in this earth plane, and we all got a day that we gonna exit. I know that. I never question him. I never, he's great. He's great. Good. It's a good Friday, man. Despite what we talking about, pray for clarity and try to get understanding of this and see how this will bless my family, our family. You know what I mean? And just see what it's gonna be, man. I don't know how to go in the corner and crawl and ball up and just wither away. You know what I'm saying, bro? When you a man of faith and you live by your faith and you trust God with all that you are, that's in you is like, hey, I truly believe that we are with spirit beings, man, and this whole life is just a physical experience. I really believe that. But the inner man is most important, not the physical man. And we all got a date that we gonna exit these bodies. So praying for my niece, man, and but from the looks of it, from what the doctor say, man, she not really expect to make it through the night. Not to take, I hate making stuff like this public, but it just we let y'all know, man, we real people, bro. We the work don't stop. You know what I'm saying? We keep it rolling, and it just goes to show you. We had Coach Tamika Reed on here. It was a great Wednesday night. Thursday, I'm eating breakfast, and my brother called me and said, "Man, wow,
Literally got the phone."
You know what I'm saying? So just kind of when you start hemorrhaging and you start dealing with blood on your brain and all that type stuff, it's so confusing. It's such a unbelievable. Oh, this last 24 hours have just been unbelievable, man. And I mean that. It's unbelievable, man. So I don't want to make it about me. Y'all know I don't like that kind of attention, but it's a real thing. I'm here in spite of, like I said, I'll be home. And I just, man, my heart is broken for my sister, man. She's the only daughter. She was the baby. She had 4 kids, all boys, and she had 3 boys and 1 daughter. And I got 1 sister. And my sister's been through a lot, man, in this life, bro. I ain't gonna get into that, but I needed this show. What's up, TD?
Hey, mid-evening, fellas. How y'all doing? Well, I know how you doing, King.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm good, bro.
Yes,
Keeping
sir.
it rocking and rolling, bro. Keep it rocking and rolling, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Hey, one thing I do know, I got some big brothers, man. I get on the phone with them. They let me cry to them. You know what I'm saying? I cry on their shoulder. We real men, bro. We deal with real life issues, man. And this ain't it's unscripted, it's unfiltered, it's raw. I know anytime I need something, they'll be there for me. So go ahead, brother. I ain't gonna steal your thunder. Cause we got some stuff we're gonna get into, but we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it funky. But I had to be here tonight because I just needed a distraction, man. I can't just sit over here and just because I can't get home until I get home. So tonight's the night I needed this just as much as y'all be needing it when y'all be dealing with stuff. So go ahead, bro.
Nah, man, I really don't have much to rock on about. Is again, I always thank God every day, you know what I'm saying, for opening my eyes, man. Sometimes I'm hurting, sometimes I don't feel like going, sometimes I don't feel like getting up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he allowed me to open my eyes. So what I'm complaining about, you got somebody who's, you know, in a worse situation.
Yeah.
So even when, you know what I'm saying, I'm not in my best, I try to make it my best. You know, I you know, deal with some physical issue. I still went, you know, still worked out today. Walked 2 miles, went to the gym, did back. You know, you got to keep pushing in life, man. I mean, once you become stalemate, then you know you start to think about a whole bunch of stuff that coulda, woulda, shoulda, and it leads to depression. You know what I'm saying? So if your faith is what it is, you have to be strong in what you do. You have to keep pushing, man. I mean, we can't control anything that goes on. I can't control that next man driving that vehicle.
Nope.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
at
But I
all.
can control mine. So, you know, and when that occurs, man, you know, no one has the right words to say, because no matter what you say and what you're going through, depending on what you're dealing with, it ain't gonna bring the situation, the person back, or the situation. All you need to do is be the, you know, a shoulder to cry on, or you know what I'm saying, a hand to hold, you know, or maybe try to say some encouraging words. Sometimes, you know, that don't manifest. So the only thing we have to do, man, is, you know, stay positive, you know, keep pushing. And when I say keep pushing, I don't mean don't deal with it. You deal with it, and you know, let it be. So again, I'm glad you was able to be transparent. You know, sometimes that's hard for me to do. You
It's
know,
hard. It's hard for me too. Sometimes I hate the spotlight like that, man. And sometimes I want to just be in the cut and everybody just not looking at me. But I don't. Man, it's something from this that we got to see, and I know that I have an arduous task ahead of me for the strength of my family, and they know I'll be home. They know that we gonna band together like we always do, and we gonna keep living, man. You can't stop living. I don't know the residual. God does, and I trust Him. You can't pray and worry, man. You can't have faith and be and have doubt at the same time. Those two things don't exist in the same place. You either have faith or you don't, and faith ain't just a thing when things are going your way or when the sun is shining bright. You got to know that faith is a being, man. You gotta live that every single day. And some days are gonna be bad. It's gonna be rough, man. You know, some days gonna be, you know, a little easier, a little bit more fun because you feel like things are happening in the way that it is, and it just reiterates the purpose. You know, I said this a while ago. I said that I did want to either have a platform or be a part of a platform. This was years ago, y'all, where black men, you know, me being someone that's been to therapy and have seen a lot of traumas and been through a lot, man. But man, you for an outlet, man. That's all. That's all, man. And like I say, man, it's easy to claim to be a faithful servant when things are looking.
good, right?
But the real test comes when adversity knock on your door and you got to deal now. You got to put everything that all the Bible classes, all the reading, all the studying, all the praying. It's got to come at some point. It's gonna have to come out the book. It's gonna have to come out the church house, out the building, and it's gonna have to get inside of you, and you're gonna have to live that and be that. So, it don't make it easier. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, bro. If it wasn't. Hey, look, hey, what we say all the time. If it wasn't a test, right? You can't have a testimony without a test. If it ain't, hey, if it's easy, it ain't really a test. You know what I'm saying? So this is tough, man. I mean this, bro. This don't make sense at all, man. And every time I sit down and think about it, I was just with my niece, man, and I don't know how people nieces and nephews are. We got a close family, man. And for me I'm just saying it's a special, unique situation. Because all of my brothers, we all have daughters. I got the most, obviously, but it's a thing where we all have one sister, and we love our sister, and we protect. You know, we don't play by her, man. You know what I'm saying? And she's been through a lot, and it's like, man, my sister numb right now, bro. She ain't shed a tear that I know of. Just talking to her, I could just the pain is it's a different level of it, man. And it's like, damn, you know, I was talking to Zoe earlier. He called, man, when you start processing this, man, a student, a young middle schooler, got to let her classmates know that she ain't gonna be back. What you do with the clothes and the shoes and the room and all that stuff, man. It's man, this is a lot to process, bro. So I'll be home, you know what I mean, and I'll continue to try to do what we do. But I'm look to God every day, man, and it's cool, man. You know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. And maybe if He let us know ahead of time, we probably wouldn't be so shocked by it. But that's how His will is. You know, we gotta accept it and we gotta rock and roll with it. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. I really do, man. I really sincerely do. And we'll get through this one, and then I'll go back and do whatever I got to do.
Hey Ken, you know, you said in the chat the other day, you know, I think it's George, who lost his uncle. You said yesterday it was George, today is me. I mean, that's just the way, you know,
Jarvis came back yesterday. TD lost his uncle.
See,
you know what I'm saying? We got 2 people in the platinum chat that lost their uncle. You know, my niece is still here, man. At this point, I you know, for those that are familiar with medical stuff, TD, and I'm gonna shut up and let you finish.
Go ahead.
She kind of have a situation where her platelets are extremely low. They can't really operate on and relieve any pressure from the brain because the platelet and the counts is extremely low. They've given us several medicines. They've given her chemo. They've tried a little bit of everything, and it just not much has changed. Her numbers hadn't really changed much, and she's been unresponsive since yesterday, and just kind of in a coma like vegetable like state right now. So we it's just a matter of time. My mom hit me up today and just said, you know, the doctor's not expecting her to get through the night. So it's kind of it's time to accept the reality of what God is doing and try to see what we can get from it and how we can grow closer to Him. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure that's my message to the family. Is using opportunity to understand that we're going to have to check out of here at some point. We need to give more thought to that and not just when things like this happen. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. One thing I know Zoe like to say a lot, man, you got to be intentional about what you do. And you got to be intentional about living and intentional about the way that you treat people. And, you know, if someone I'm like this, Ken, Zoe. Someone crosses my mind, man, I call him, I'll shoot him a take. I've done both of you brothers like that. Do Marcus like that. I mean, it's just the way I operate. So if you have beef with somebody, man, you know, you might well just go ahead on, season it, cook it up, eat it, and get done with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna make the situation no better.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as something happened with that person, then you living with regret for the rest of your life. Man, I don't have time for that. I crush it and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, like, again, like Zoe say, man, be intentional about living and doing what you do. And you know, it's short. I mean, you never know. Anytime you get up, you start your vehicle, you leave home, it's an opportunity for you not to make it back. So you got to think about those things when we holding grudges and being pissed off at people for no reason. I mean, it's too short for that. But,
good point.
Well, I'm gonna end it with this, because in the past 3 weeks, this is the 3rd time we've actually had this type of conversation, and it goes back to what my dad always says, right? The older you become, the more death becomes certain.
Yeah.
So that's why, and this, the proof is right here on this platform. And so, like, yeah, I would say be intentional on living, but man, you got one life to live. If you do it right, one's enough. And so don't be numb or take for granted your life. Don't take for granted, you know, tomorrow. Because while we're sitting talking, somebody may not even get up in the morning. So that's why I say be intentional on living, because all you got is right now, this moment. It's all you got. None of us are promised tomorrow. Seriously. Yeah. And so just be intentional on living, man. Love on the people who love on you. Love on your family. And
they love on the people that don't love on you. It's all good.
I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, when I say that, I mean, because you're really going to deal with the people that love on you. They're going to be
Right.
on each of you. So love on them. Don't push them away. But again, love on the people who love on you, and be intentional on living. And again, TD, if somebody's on your mind, call them. You know what I'm saying? You want to go see somebody, go see them. You want to hug on them, hug on them. Man, don't be too ashamed to sit there and say, bro, I love you. I'm telling you, you won't get these moments back. 45 years old, and I tell you a little fun little thing. My daughter was born right before she was born. I was like, I told me this too. I was like, man, just let me live to be 85. I'm good. So I was telling my grandmother at the time. She was the older person in the country when she died. She was 105 years old. So around what time she was somewhere about like 94, 95. It was on her birthday. And I was like, man, Big Mama, 95 years old. Man, that's a good long age. Lord, just let me live to be 95. She said, yeah, you say that shit till you turn 94. So I say that to say, man, be intentional on living, man. Life is a gift. Serious. Be intentional on living.
Yeah, what up, KT Dub? Hey, Galen, what I mean by that, man. Now, when I say love on the people you in the day, not loving on you or hating on you or something, that don't mean being no fool now. I mean, you just don't fight hate with hate. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So that's all I mean by that.
But yeah, I agree, man. I just I didn't you really don't really want to kind of deal with it, but it's like, hey man, so this is a therapeutic for me, and I appreciate it, man, for real. I will say this, and we'll move on. Y'all just keep us in your thoughts and prayers, man. Just like I said, it's if what my mom said actually does happen, you got to get through. There's stages of grief. You got to get to the acceptance part. You know what I mean? There's a lot that comes with that. Is anger. Bargaining. A lot of stuff. Depression. It's a lot that come with those stages, and then you just want to get to the stage of acceptance and just accepting, like I said, God's will, and just go from there. So some days will be however they're gonna go how they go. I just God ain't never failed us, man. Not ever. I ain't never heard nobody say, man, I had faith and it didn't happen, it didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that means. So I'm however he gonna use this vessel through this time. I know he'll equip me. He'll put what's there. He'll say what needs to be said. He'll do what needs to be done. And I ain't say me. I said he. So we're gonna keep it rolling. So listen, again, thank you guys, man, for being here. 340 in the room. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you. And love you, sis. Love you, niece, man. And yeah, let's proceed, man. Wednesday night was a great show for a lot of reasons. It gave us a glimpse of what this platform can be, and it also gave us some good, valuable notes for how we can take where we are and take it to the next level. So we appreciate Coach Tamika Reed for that opportunity, and had a lot of people, man. The most viewed show live since Coach Prime was here. I think it was since the anonymous, since the push. Y'all remember the push? The Eddie Robinson Jr. push, man, live. We had almost 900 people watching. That's epic, man. We didn't expect to do the same amount of numbers today, but that just goes to show you the type of draw that she has. We're gonna get Dr. I said Doctor. I'm reading the comment. The doctor says, you know what, Brian, you know what, brother? I've heard that too, and again, he got the last say so, man. I would love to be able to come on here and say, man, a miracle has happened, and the rest is history. But let's proceed, man. Again, plan on sitting down with Coach at some point next week. like I said, getting some tangible things that we can act, some actionable items with her. We do feel like there were a few things that we kind of wish we would have been able to extract from the interview. Things kind of went left when I fell off the screen, and but it's okay. It went how it was supposed to go, and I'm content with that. And like I said, it gave us some really good notes on what we could take from on the most for our interviews going forward. We do hope to get Coach Mo Williams on the show pretty soon and try to show the same love to the men's basketball program. But while I'm saying this, we're not going to present that check to Coach Tamika Reed until next week. So listen, if you tuned in, if you didn't watch the show, even if you did, we're still accepting donations for the overall for the check that we're gonna present to her. So if you're looking to try to donate, go ahead and send them donations, man. Let's run it on up. Let's get to whatever number we can get to, and let's just celebrate it later. So we've already eclipsed the $10,000 mark. Thank you to everybody that has donated. I'm excited to see where it's gonna end. I think we're gonna push it. I think we're gonna push it to Monday through Monday night show. And then on Wednesday, ideally, what we want to do is actually present that check to her. So we'll go up into next week, and let's just see where we can get it. We can get to 15, we can get to 20. So be it. Continue to donate. And again, we're not trying to stand in the way of any other donation. If you really think about it, TD, like for example, let's say Enzo. Several initiatives going on, especially even with the school. You know, if you donate $25 to the Boom, you donated $25 over there, you donated $50 here. That you could take $100 and break it down 4 different ways and give to various different things. So think about it. Imagine if 300 people gave $25 a night. That's how we look at MAV. It ain't really a whole lot. So when we ask what we ask, it ain't really breaking the bank. There are some people that gave great, some gave small, but every dollar matters, and every dollar, if you gave from your heart, that $5 could have been everything you had to give, and we're just as appreciative for that 5 as we did the 500 and the 2,000. So thank you to everybody that have donated. The donations are still open. We still accepting them, and they starting to come in now. I got the first $25 donations just hit the pipeline. So let's run it up, man. Let's go. And Brother C. Lee, real quick, Brother C. Lee, I put the link in AC for a minute. We can touch on that. Brother C. Lee's gonna come up tonight as well. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna get into some of that DEI, the little code word stuff, because we definitely want to expand that conversation as well, man. What's up, Kobe? What's up with you, brother? But yeah, y'all go ahead and take it, man. I got some preliminaries, and I'll let y'all jump in here, and we'll get through these preliminaries.
Hey, Ken, let me add one thing that you said about the donation.
Okay.
You know, for those who may think, you know, a mama under their breath that, you know what I'm saying, that we begging, that's not what it is. I'm sure everybody that's tuned into this channel is tuned in because they either attend Jackson State, grew up around Jackson State, or love Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? And we always talk about, you know, what we want, what we do, but talking not going to get it. It take action. So with that being said, there's a lot of other schools who have the pockets due to the gap that was given years ago to just donate thousands upon thousands of dollars to their school.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, we don't have it like that. So you know what? We're coming together to do it. So we're not asking for money to buy rims for our cars or get a new paint job or to change the color on our house, do spring cleaning. This is for what we love, and we want everybody loves a winner. So if you want a winner in these days, it costs. So no, we're not begging. You know what I'm saying? This is an act of your own free will. You can hit that cash out, or you can hit that PayPal or not. So it's not a begging thing. So if you love it enough to support the school, then do it. And if you don't, then don't. Ain't nobody crying. We still come to the show and support. Still come to the game and support. We don't know no different.
Hey man, you know I love it, bro. It sound good when you said it.
Sound good when you said it.
For real, man. Hey, I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead and cook, man. Flick of the wrist, baby. No, for real. But no, to build on that, listen, man. Listen, I gotta say this. This is a YouTube platform. This is very unorthodox. TD ain't no YouTuber. Neither is Ken. Neither is Zoe. We ain't YouTubers. We just real men. And we got our lady. We got Marcus, who's been working a lot. It's just we don't know no other way to be but real. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it go here, and sometimes it go there. It's raw. It's uncut, and we do it how we do it. So we got to capture the momentum in the space that we're in, and then we can do wonderful things. I want y'all to know this, man. We've eclipsed over $200,000 in donations and initiatives, man, through this platform. Yeah, it ain't about it ain't about trying to highlight what we do, but if we don't talk about what we do, who will? Because we ain't where else they gonna highlight it at?
If not us, then who?
Who gonna highlight? And we're not doing this for the clout of it. We're doing real work. So if people feel motivated and moved, here's what I will say: nobody will know if you don't donate, because it ain't public like that. We go as a collective group. So if you gave $1 or $5, whatever dollar, you know what I'm saying? Hey, brother, you know what? I got the email, and I'm glad that you're on. Thank you for the communication. As you can see, I didn't reach back out, man, because I was dealing with my personal stuff, man. So if y'all email me, I'm sorry, I hadn't gotten back to you. I will. Give me to tomorrow over the weekend. Let me kind of settle down and really and I appreciate the communication, brother. We definitely gonna chop it up, and we definitely gonna see how we can collaborate with some stuff, man. So appreciate you, bro, for being here tonight. Appreciate you for offering the opportunity for some NILs, collaboration, man. Let's get it. I'm with it. So yeah, man. I did add the Givelify Friends of KC-1400 Inc. for those that did want to donate to our nonprofit. Let's go ahead and put it up there. What is Friends of KC-1400 Inc.? Friends of KC-1400 Inc. provides strategic resources and financial support to the Jack State University community through collaborative initiatives to stabilize and enhance the viability of the students. Basically, what that means is we get it how we get it. We get it out the mud. We do it how we do it, and we consistent with it, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. Now, this is a tax-deductible organization. We are 501c3. So if you would like to donate that route, you can request documentation for all your donations to the platform via Givelify, and they can provide you a statement, and you can get a tax break for all of the donations that you give. So the more you give, the merrier. It's some people out there got some money, y'all. And if they really want a tax break, go ahead and send that to that foundation. Shout out to the Hattiesburg Management Group for being our partner, as well as shout out to Cannon Toyota Vicksburg, man. Shout out to Billy, shout out to Clay, and shout out to Greg over there, man, in Vicksburg, man. We appreciate you guys for being a valuable channel sponsor and supporter of KC-1400 Media. We still got shirts, Herb Mulligan t-shirts, man. Y'all go to the website and let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping, man. We got kid sizes. Let's sell our herb, man. Go to the inventory. Hey, listen, go to the website, KC1400media.com, and just buy it all. It's only a handful of shirts left. We might have maybe 10, 12 shirts left, y'all. So let's go ahead and let's go and sell out every dollar. A major portion of this, herb takes home a bulk. Basically, it takes home half the profit of these right here, man. These shirts. So you take home a major percentage of the sales, and this is part of his NIL deal for being a brand ambassador of KC-1400 Media. So we need your support. Go ahead and grab those t-shirts. Got to put this up there, y'all. We have Eclipse. Actually, I got to say this, y'all. We through vidIQ, we connect. The channels connected. They say we got 1.9 million views on this platform. If you look at the real-time views, TD and Zoe, they actually had 2.1 million. So they stagger a little bit with their data. So soon the $2 million, not $2 million. Ooh, I wish. Soon the 2 million view badge will pop up and populate, and they'll send it to me. And when they send it, we'll celebrate it. But we over 2.1 million views on the platform since the lifetime of the channel, and that's just with us doing what we do. So, and then when we say 1.9 million views, TD and Zoe, you know what that means? That means 1.9 million unique views. That means 1.9 million people that have looked, not revisitation. You know what I'm saying? Not revisitation. This is unique viewers throughout the lifetime of the channel. So what that tells you is that if you're looking to partner, you're looking to become to get with us, man. Hey, you want to become a channel sponsor? We got the eyes and the ears and the visuals, man. Come on in and partner with us, man, and let's collaborate. But congratulations. I appreciate you, Zoe. Appreciate you, TD, Rochelle, Marcus, all of those in the chat. And we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. And let's keep this thing, let's run it on up, man. Thoughts on this?
Hey, man. I want it up. I want it up.
TD, thoughts?
Yeah, man. Congratulations to the show. To the whole panel. Definitely to those of you who watch and take the time to listen to us. I know you can have better things to do with your time, but you choose to spend it with us, and we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out and kudos to you, because you guys, including myself, because I started watching too, as part of the millions that tuned in. So again, thank you, Tiger Nation. Thank each of you for watching, for hitting the like button. That's why this is so important, to hit the like button, and for coming in, for every comment, for every dollar, for everything you ever done, for this platform. So thank you guys, because it was you guys that made this happen. So thank you. Zoe.
My bad. I was looking at something else, man. So, man. Yeah, it's like I said, I want it upward. It's a pretty big deal, man. It shows that it's working. We're growing, and we still got a whole lot of more room to actually grow. Why do I see Jethro? It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of room to grow. No, I just saw something on my phone. But yeah, man. Look, well, we can actually revisit the show, man. Again, we're growing it, man. I hope we can actually get to 15,000. That would be even awesome to actually give to her in regards to that, man. But we actually we have finished up with Pro Day, and hey, man, this is Friday, so we'll know what we got next week, man. Next week is Blue and White Week. We got a lot of events going on. We're talking about a Blue and White game is going to be next Saturday, but also we have some other events, if I'm not mistaken, too, leading up to next week. Leading up to the Blue and White game. So, I guess at this point in time, we could sit there and get into, what we're expecting in regards to, position battles over the spring, compete for certain spots, man. I know we want to take a look at quarterback play to see, how Jacobian is progressing, as well as Zod McDonald, the backup, and then actually getting our first real look at Ethan Terrell, 3-star quarterback out of Louisville, Texas. We have I don't want to necessarily say a running back battle. We have a lot of depth, as you know. Everybody that we had that played last year is back, returning at running back. Look at what we're doing at receivers. And TD, I got to tell you, I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit, man.
Go ahead.
Man, we got some more players coming out.
What?
Yeah, we got some more players coming.
Hey, man. Hey, can you make me smile? Can you get one of those player title start with an L?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah, we got some things coming, man. That's not hyperbole. That's just, we got some serious talent coming into the fold. So, but yeah, man, I hope we have a really good turnout next week, man, for Blue and White Week, man. Hope to see a lot of you guys there, man.
Hey, so what time's the game?
TD, I want to say it's at 1 or 2 o'clock. Let me see. Let me pull it up just to make sure. But I want to say it's at 1 or 2 p.m.
Hey, brother C. Lee, look, man, if that fish is fried, seasoned perfectly, fried golden, and on that tip is crunch, and in the middle is white, man, I'm showing all 32. I still got all 32, by the way, and I smile real big when I see that golden fish.
What happened? Kickoff at 3 p.m.
Huh?
At 3 p.m.
I was saying kickoff is at 3 p.m.
For what?
Spring game.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it. Sorry about that, man. That's
You good?
You good? Baby, man. She's dealing, bro. My daughter, man. I'm just trying to, be daddy right now, bro. So
good.
Yeah.
Well,
and where was that?
Well, I'm talking about everything lives the next week, but hey, preliminary up.
Okay, yeah. So let's go, man. They so a new change to the time was released this week. We'll be playing on Thursday versus ULM, 7 p.m. What y'all think? What's your thoughts on this game, man? New kickoff time, Thursday night, first game of the season, Louisiana Monroe, 7 p.m.
Televised.
If they moved up to Thursday, you know this one's gonna be televised. This one of them ESPNU type joints, man. Possibly ABC.
Actually, believe it or not, being on Thursday, I doubt it. Actually, might be on ESPN too. It's possible.
Man, it's tough. It's kind of sucks a little bit. I tell y'all what though, we're gonna pull up.
Be there with Bills on.
We're gonna pull up regardless, man.
I mean, like someone mentioned, I went over there last year by myself. Actually, it's a pretty smooth drive. It's
a short drive.
So
short drive from Jackson.
Yeah, man. We get to Vicksburg. We get to Vicksburg, man. The pavement change and it just really rolls. Every night you put on your favorite music, man. As Ken probably put on some Maxwell or something like that, man.
Well, any road, smooth road where you got Jackson.
I ain't listening to Maxwell on the way. I'm gonna
listen. Man, I rock with Maxwell, man.
No, that's Maxwell, my guy, man. I love Maxwell. But I've been listening to a lot of old school lately, man. But we'll be there, man. We're gonna be there with with bells on. We're gonna be there, man.
Hey, man.
But the goal is to win, though, man. I kind of like this because this doesn't put the football team at a disadvantage, in my opinion.
But it actually works in our advantage.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like it does, though. Explain why you feel like it does.
Well, the reason why it works in our advantage because we are the team with the most camaraderie and cohesion. Mind you, we're second year of TC Taylor's tenure. We have an experienced team coming back. We have a great number of starters on both sides of the ball. Plus, you're retaining your all-SWAC kickers coming back. We upgrade the talent, and we're facing a team. If you go back to when Terry Bowden was there, when we played them the last time, Terry Bowden was in his first year, and we should have won that game.
Yep, we should.
Right? But then now you juxtapose that to this year, the same scenario repeats itself. The difference is this is a first-year head coach, but also a first-time head coach.
Okay.
And the bulk of his roster came from Mississippi JUCOs. So it's safe to say we are going to have the more experienced team and the better and the more talented team. And it's very rare that you can say that when you talk about an FCS FBS matchup. But if you go look, the bulk of that team came from Mississippi JUCOs.
So Zoe, I would like to say this, man. I think he's going to be challenging on both ends. So let me ask you this.
Well, I never said it's going to be easy. I just said I never said it's going to be easy. I just said that it favors us, though.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. I mean, I feel what you're saying.
I mean, one can make the case that because the bulk of the team came from the JUCOs, they used to playing on Thursday. So you can make that case too.
Yeah, but guess what? Not the coach. First time head coach. So he learned on the fly. He's experienced what TC Taylor experienced last year.
Okay. Go ahead, TD.
Look at COVID. I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead, TD.
Yeah, man, that's paper code. So check this out, man. Here it is. We got to drive down there. We're driving to SBS, situation. They're on their campus. All their fans going to be there. Hopefully we can get most of our fans. And now I think, Zoe, that's where we had a disadvantage. With it being on a Thursday night, probably a few of our fans won't be able to make it. So
we got to make that commitment now.
Now we'll it's being that it's the first game of the season, and that still is Labor Day weekend.
Okay,
that's a good point. Keep going, TD. I ain't gonna cut you off.
We can actually have a good turnout.
Yeah, I'm looking for a good turnout. So here's the thing: both teams definitely gonna have jitters. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be the first game of the season. The quarterback got to get settled. The offensive line got to get cohesive. So I think it gonna boil down to mistake, Zoe.
Quarterback play.
Yes. You know,
quarterback play in the first game, in my opinion, is gonna be key. I think we're gonna throw both quarterbacks at them. And I think they're gonna have to account for that. Remember they did that to us last time we played them. We was shutting down the I forgot the white quarterback's name. I think it was Rodriguez or something like that. I know Rich Rodriguez.
It was his son. His son.
So and then the black quarterback came in, the runner.
Mm-hmm.
He made it a little tough for us because he was able to get them key first downs, which y'all remember. They scored 4 field goals. So I still feel like had Nugget not fumbled that ball on that kick return, we was gonna score.
I remember we got into the red zone once, and I think we had forgot what happened, but we had another opportunity where we got in the red zone too, in the first half. But that was it.
I don't remember, man. I know we scored. I remember Josh Lanier. He hit Josh Lanier on a back shoulder fade to the end zone. And man, that was a tough one, bro. That was a tough one, bro. We should have won that game. But nevertheless, Thursday night, man. Thursday night football. Here we come. We coming to Monroe. Ty Keys is a real one, former USM. Now he's at ULM. Ty Keys, a quarterback. Okay. Man, put some pressure on him. He ain't that damn good. Put some pressure on him.
I tell you what,
he'll crumble like a stale gingerbread cookie.
I'm not Ty Keys don't put any fear anywhere over here.
Well, I mean, he good OC. I got you, Dragon. I'm with you, man. At the end of the day, FBS school. Listen, man, we got to go in there to play. We got the roster to go in there and win this game. We're not going in there to just get no check, man. This ain't no payday. And I'm just telling you. And if that ain't our mindset with the team that we got, yeah, we got the right coaching staff to go in there with the right mindset to go in there and win this game, man.
We're going for the win in the check.
Damn right.
Okay. That's
how we gonna do that. Because the reality of the matter is, man, we got some kids, man. He said he thought Ty Keys committed to La Tech. Somebody do a quick search for me. What Ty Keys committed to? Let's see. I ain't gonna disrespect the young fella. I mean, Ty Keys, he was pretty solid.
Ty Keys, La Tech.
La Tech, okay. I didn't think Ty Keys was there, but yeah, he at La Tech, bro. You came on here and told a La Tech. No, just all right. Let's move on, man. Got a big time commit today, man. Ebo Wilson committed to the basketball program. 6'10", man. 6'10", big man. Ebo Wilson committed from Ridgeland High School. Good clay right here, man. Young man just started playing basketball, though, and very, very early in his basketball stage, man. And I think Coach Tyler is gonna get his hands on him and have him ready, man. Talk to us about big Ebo, man. I like that.
I mean, it's a well-needed thing that we need, especially, with the return of Manziel. But believe it or not, man, this kid's skill set actually is a great blend, a great compliment to a Deshaun Ruffin.
Why you say that?
I mean, when you see him, I mean, the kid.
When I watch the film, I mean, good rebounder, good big on the inside. Catch a few little dimes and throw it down type. Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
But a good defensive player. But the thing is, he's a good rebounder, man. Good on the offensive boards, too. But I actually believe this kid working on his game has the ability. He has the capability to be able to pick and pop too, Ken. Just something he got to add to his repertoire, but he has the ability to do it. And but I think it's a good compliment to have, man, for Deshaun Ruff.
I'm with it, man. TD, what's your thoughts on Damn.
Oh, I mean, I never seen a young man play. He's 6'10" is enough for me. So
6'10".
I mean, it's not enough, but I'm just saying.
I mean, you can't teach 6'10" though. You know what I'm saying? So that you can develop bigs, but you can't teach height. Go ahead, bro.
Right. So you're exactly, and that's my point. So I look at it like this, Ken. So Mizell is set to return. We have this kid right, this young man right here, and then we have Hoover coming in from Yazoo City, plus the players that Coach Moore is going to retain. Then you turn around and Deshaun Ruff will be back prayerfully, and hopefully that he'll return. But here's a kicker, Ken, and this is what we talk, all along. So go get you a shooter.
Gotta get them shooters, man.
You know what? I don't even care if he can't handle the ball. Go get you a Darius Rice, and just post him up in the corner and let him shoot. He ain't got to handle the balls though. Just let him shoot.
Darius gonna say he can handle it though. He was 6'10" too, boy. That was a long joker that could shoot that three, boy.
What that boy? Hey,
shout out to D Rice, man.
If you got him in that corner and you put it in his hand, man, you might as well just start walking the other way.
Yeah, man, believe it or not, I used to have to check Darius Rice. He shot over me. It wasn't even hard. Neither he was 6'10". You gotta try to catch him on the way you're going up. That was a mismatch waiting to happen, bro. He lit us up. Man, look, y'all. Madison Central played Lanier when Darius Rice was playing. We lost by 55 points, dog.
I'll tell nobody else that.
I'm being honest. I still remember the starting lineup. That's how bad we got beat.
James Thomas.
Listen, Derek Melton started at point guard. James Thomas at two guard. Darius Rice, Solomon Forbes, and who was the last joker that was starting for him, bro? It don't even matter. It was another dude. But look, bro, we got destroyed. Let me just say that. Light work. I think the score was 150. Hold on. It was 115 to 60. Is my man right?
Actually, they break the scoreboard on y'all, but yeah.
Yo, they had 115 to 60, bro. I still remember like yesterday. I remember that. That was one of them good old-fashioned ass whoopings, boy. That you just remember. It just stuck with you. Because listen, JT was my elementary, we was in school in elementary, then we was teammates for Coach Lewis at Chastain. And James Thomas and Jarrell Jones both started at guard with Kenny Briggs at small forward, Trajan McGinnis at the center. And I forgot who was at damn power forward. Was it Alex Funches? Hey, Coach, who started at the 4?
I know you said they were cheating though. So the 4 was all over Jack.
I forgot who started at the 4 for us, man. It was somebody though. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, I still remember. My memory is pretty good, man. I'm shocked that I still remember some of that stuff.
But yeah, man, you gotta have those shooters though, Ken. You got all that height, but you're gonna need somebody to drop that thing in the bucket, from the inside. And because if somebody else got shooters, you know what I'm saying, you might be in some problem. But yeah, anyway, nevertheless, good pick up.
Started, man. We lost Zeke. We lost. We're gonna lose Jordan O'Neal, and then all the guys that hit the portal. So he got to rebuild the roster. They working on some stuff, man. I like the fact that it's a local kid. We got to get some of that local talent in the building now. All you Ridgeland High Titans, all y'all that's in the 39157. I need y'all to pull up to the 39213, baby. I need you to pull up. I need you to pull up. You got a local kid, man. Now will he hit the field, hit the court? I'm sorry, first year. It's gonna come down to his development and his ability to get in games and play. But he good clay though. You never can tell. I think he needs to develop a motor, in my opinion. I think he needs some Zeke in him. If he has some Zeke in him, he looked like I'll tell you what he looked like to me when I was watching him play. He looked like a poor man's DeAndre Ayton. I'm dead serious.
Yes.
You see what I mean? Yeah, I'm just saying. Just the potential. Go to Vicksburg, huh?
Man said no one ever.
I go to Vicksburg all the time. Hey, shout out to Cannon Toyota of Vicksburg, baby.
You don't go to Vicksburg look for no talent.
Wow.
Vicksburg got some dog down there though, man.
Yeah, straight dogs.
And when Cole Robinson was over there, man, you know, he took him to the Coliseum a few times.
That's my man Avis, man. Avis from the mean streets of Vicksburg, Port City, the mean streets of Vicksburg.
Hey, we appreciate y'all for grabbing a couple of them herb shirts, man. Make sure y'all go KC-1400media.com. Buy up that merch, man. Got some fire shirts. We'll ship them out. Matter of fact, those shirts will be shipped out tomorrow, man. Go ahead and buy these shirts up, man. Go to the website right now, KC-1400media.com. If you got a kid, if you got any kids, man, if you got we got children, small, children, large. If you got a nephew, a son, a little brother, a cousin, you know, a niece, all that. Go get it. Go get that merch. All right, let's keep rolling. Next up, speaking of Tyler, this the guy who gonna get him right, y'all. Shout out to Coach Tyler Adams, man. I told y'all he pegged as a 2024 100 Rising Stars for the men's mid-major assistance by Silver Waves Media. Just want to shout out Coach Tyler. You know, usually at my point of contact. Do I have a medium? Got to check the website, bro. Go look on the website. I think I do. Go grab it. It ain't many if it is. Look at whatever color, Galen, and trust me, if you click the website and just click on the shirts, it'll tell you. Just see if you can select the medium for whatever color. And if I got one, it should be on the website. I'm almost positive I got probably one medium. I just don't know which color because I haven't in front of me yet. How about a medium? Check the website, brother. Go ahead, bro.
Is that the coach that be hyper than the players?
Man, it's Coach Tyler, bro. He's a very distinguished looking fella. He you can identify him when you see him. He's the tallest one on the sideline, bro.
He be hype, man.
Yeah. He still feel like he can play now.
Yeah.
I said it's a spring game on the Jackson State Network. That's a good question, y'all. I don't think so. That was it. He's 6'9", TD. Yeah, he is. That's this big dog, man. That's big bro right there. Congratulations to him, man. I like that they shouted him out and showing him some love, man. Good stuff though. Next up, man. Congratulations to Josh Clark. Josh Clark got the invitation to the Saints camp. Congrats to him. Had a pretty good pro day. So he'll be down at Saints camp on the 29th, which is today actually. So made it on down there, got down there for this local pro day invitee to the New Orleans Saints. Hopefully he went down there and did his thing.
And what position you think they trying them out for, man? DN, linebacker?
A little bit of all that, a little bit of edge and just kind of that hybrid, but edge rusher for sure.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He can definitely he can make him some money. Hell, if a rugby player that ain't never played football day before in their life can get not scholarship, but a contract with the Kansas City Chiefs, then hey, man, hey, you just gotta go. Hey, all you really want is an opportunity. You get an opportunity, you gotta go cash in on that. Wow, Jalen Brunson had 60 points tonight. That's insane.
Hey, Zoe, you heard any more from the pro day? Any more players standouts? Anybody? You hear anything?
I haven't heard. I mean, just they had a pretty good pro day. DJ had a good pro day. John Huggins, Jump Ball George. All the guys were there though. They definitely were. This week coming up, you got the breakdown starting on Wednesday. The student athlete community service and a list of host. We got the golf event coming up on Thursday, followed by the JSU donor reception, and then of course the blue and white game is at 3 p.m. as Zoe stated, followed by the blue and white brunch at M-Bar on Sunday. If you haven't already, go to gojsutigers.com/WCAR golf if you're looking to sign up, play golf on Thursday morning. And that's going to be fun, man. It's always a great time, great event, and good food, good fellowship, good camaraderie, man. Looking forward to being out there. Spring game, love the graphics. Like I said, we're gonna conclude the spring game with April 6th. April 6th coming up, man. And I'm excited about that, man. Looking forward to it. Fundraiser event gonna be August the 24th. So it's gonna be the weekend prior to the UNLV game. So be on the lookout for more information from that. You can go to Eventbrite now to committedtheexperience.eventbrite.com. Just go ahead and secure your tickets. You know that if you want that VIP stuff, man, you got to go ahead and grab that early. So go on, snatch that up while it's still available. We've got plenty of time to put this together. Shout out to Karamu and Taylor Elite Athletics, friends of KC. For actually KC-1400 Media, which is us, Blue Bingo Athletic Association. We are in partnership with making sure that this event is a great success, man. Last but not least, man, continue to donate to the boom, man. Don't let the momentum behind this die down. Go to GoJSU.com, GoJSUTigers.com/give and follow the links and pull up the road to the roses, man, the donation. Unfortunately, somebody had hacked the boom, man, and we thought that we got a big donation the other day, and it wasn't real. So, but we got to continue to donate, man. We're trying to raise $850,000 to $1 million, man, for the boom to get to the Tournament of Roses parade, and we're gonna make that happen. We know it's gonna happen. That's it for the preliminaries. Are you gonna come up and talk tonight? Yeah, I mean, we'll drop the link later, man, for you to come up. Matter of fact, we can do that now. Nick, what's on your mind?
I got a question for Zoe real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Zoe, can you tell the people what they can expect from the spring game? What they're looking for? What the spring game about? In case you have someone out there who never attended.
Good question.
I mean, what they can expect is, it's a glorified scrimmage. But what you can expect, I mean, the storylines are abound. Like I said, I think the normal thing you could expect is, again, pay attention to like I mentioned earlier, the quarterback battle. You know, we talk about, you got to look at it in mind, knowing that it's a continuation from, the end of last season. We got an experienced team. We have one of the only few returning starting quarterbacks in the conference, but we have a good backup pushing them. And we have a dynamic 3-star at quarterback as a freshman enrolled early at the helm. Again, we know we have questions in regard to linebacker play. So I'm quite sure a lot of our fans want to look at the linebacker play to see, have we gotten any better? And also, have we gotten healthy? Because, JJ went out for a little while at linebacker. And then we've had some departures as well. So looking to see, the play at linebacker, have we elevated or gotten better, in that room? But also, if you want to see the growth of Jacobian and Zai, what coincides with that? We lose DJ Stevens. Okay, hey, what about the emergence of Jesse Riley? Yeah. And at the end of the year, Jesse Riley was hurt. Has Jesse fully healed and recovered, from the injury that he had? And then, hey, with that loss, because, DJ was an all-swag tight end, what production will we get out of our tight ends now? Also, when we look at receivers, we had a lot of inexperience. We had a lot of great talent, but inexperienced, unproven talent at receiver, right? So again, what better play and what growth do we see in our wide receivers? The line was actually fine, and then we made some headway there, right? You got Quay Davis returning. You got Lord have mercy, I got his face in my head right now. You got Evan Henry coming back. You know what I'm saying? Plus the great additions that we had in that great recruiting class, right? Penciled into play. You want to see, hey, a continuation of that O-line play. Granted, we didn't necessarily we took a drop off, right, in pass rush last season. Hey, let's look at the development of the pass rushes we have. And guess what? We've been getting some great feedback from practice so far. But yeah, questions are abound. So those are the things you want to look for, to answer your question, TD.
So what about, we spoke on linebacker play, and again, we see the coaches on the field, people on the field. It's not they're gonna let them hit. It's gonna be more it's gonna be more two-hand touch, I know we know the quarterback can't be touched, we understand that. But what about linebacker coming through, meeting the running back in the hole? I mean, they're gonna, hey, ease up, that's your teammate, or we're gonna let it go.
They getting hit, dog.
They getting hit.
I'm just saying, bro.
So people can expect a mini game. So they come on out and see a mini game then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, bro. They're gonna be I look at it like this, man. If now, granted, it's gonna be form tackles. You know what I'm saying? Tackling, you know, you ain't going low. We ain't trying to knock a joker head off, nothing like that. We ain't looking for no concussions or no bad injuries or nothing like that. But we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see. I think Zoe really made the point when he said at battle at quarterback, because I really feel like Zay McDonald's gonna push Jacoby for that starting position. Wow. That's the part that people can't really. I mean, listen, we expect Jacoby to be QB1, but Zay, shit, you're gonna have a hard time telling Zay that. And I like that. I love that Zay ain't trying. Zay is the ultimate. For those that don't understand, Zay McDonald is the ultimate professional, bro. The way he prepare, the way he rallied it, like his preparation is on a pro level. Like he's very laser focused. That's probably his greatest attribute, his mind. You know what I'm saying? Not just his speed, but he's not gonna let Jacoby be lazy in that spot right there. I tell you that right now, he not. That's a great thing, bro. That's a great thing. I don't expect Jacoby to be lazy either. That's the other part. So it ain't like Jacoby ain't out there doing his thing too. So it's gonna definitely be. That's why I said first 2 games actually, bro. You're gonna see both quarterbacks because you got Lane College in game number 2. You follow what I'm saying? In game number 1, listen, man, you can beat ULM with good quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
They 2 different types of quarterbacks. Boy, if you get out there and you get used to Jacoby and he throwing that thing around, and that joker coming, that Zay coming there, man, and get up the field, he gonna run for 30 just on one run. You know, that type of stuff right there. You get a first down, you get all kind of extra little whatnots, and then and Nick, what's up, man? What's on your mind, bro? Whoa.
What's up? What's wrong?
A lot of background noise. What you got? What's up with you?
Not much.
What's going on?
What's up? How you doing, Mr. Zoe, Mr. Ken Clark, and Mr. TD? What's up? What's on my mind is just what's it gonna look like at the linebacker position? Not worried about O-line. Not worried about O-line.
Well, I ain't gonna say worried. I got a healthy worry.
You got a healthy worry, as in
a healthy worry,
you worry for the other teams.
No, as in who gonna emerge as the starters, man. We got, and we have several offensive linemen that's not there right now. So
we got a lot of question marks right now. But to answer your question in regards to linebacker play, I want to caution everybody. You know, it's one thing you can have talent, right? You can see individual talent or collective talent. But again, bear in mind we're bringing in a new defensive scheme too, and with a new D coordinator. And we saw what we saw last year. So yeah, we can have the talent in the room, but the talent got to come together. And I always want to caution our fans to know that just because of what you see in the spring, that has to translate and carry over into the fall.
Yeah,
correct.
You know, so we can see some players where you can see obvious talent and they may flash, right? And that's what you want to see because it creates optimism, but it still has to translate to the fall. And we've got some pieces, we got the talent there, but again, to answer your question, that talent has to continue to mold and get better, and they got to come together because they got to play together. And if they're able to do that, then we could put last season play at linebacker behind us.
Well said.
So what's the new defensive scheme that Jackson State gonna be running? Is it still?
You think we gonna get on the screen and tell you?
I'm about to say, now you know we're not gonna answer that right now.
All right, my fault.
No, you good. So you know we're gonna answer that right now.
So for those, this is the question that I'll help you with it. It says the new defensive aggressor is it. So for those that don't know, Coach Quinn had a hand in the adjustments you saw the defense make last year. We were told that a lot of those changes and adjustments stem from him. Coach Bradley was a bit conservative. We played fucking 15 yards off the damn man at wide receiver, and we was getting picked apart because I would just say expect some. I would probably say cover 2, man, for those that understand that type of situation where you're gonna allow your cornerbacks to play up, but you're also gonna have a safety net. You can play a little bit of both. You're gonna see some zones. In my opinion, this is what I think based off what we have, though. But the D line is gonna come down to which group on your defense it sets the tone. If your best, I just believe if your best group is your up front, then you got to obviously put a defense in place that allow them to be great, and yet at the same time mask some holes that you might have. So the spring though is really not only is it a glorified scrimmage, it's also a souped up tryout too. Don't forget that,
evaluation,
because they might, the portal gonna be open in about 9 days after the spring game. So don't be shocked if you see some more hit the portal. We hope they all stay, but just know that everybody that hit the portal may not necessarily be because they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Some of it might be because it might just be time for both parties to part way. I don't know. I'm just giving my thoughts on it, but go ahead, brother.
All right. So I do have a question real quick. I know it's off topic, but it's something that you said a while ago. I think it was a month and a half ago. It was about the UFL, and the quarterback play and stuff. Some of the teams I am seeing on there and stuff, I'm like,
I have no interest in it.
You have no interest in it?
I'm not interested.
Hey, Nick, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Because this is eventually going to trickle down probably to NCAA. And actually, it's for the panel, you as well, Zoe, Ken. I don't understand. Well, I understand, but I don't get this no waist tackling thing. No tackling below the waist.
TD, I saw that. I don't even know the rule yet. I gotta really go look at the rule and stuff. What do you call it? No hip drops.
No hip drop. So pretty much you can't drop when you behind. You can't drop your weight, which is
yeah.
dumb.
You know how they grab them and then they fall down and basically
fall down. Pretty much drop your dead weight. You dead weight them and stuff, and they go down.
Usually, when you see a hip drop, it's a high. It's a high cause for injury, but just because of well, but not every hip drop leads to an injury. It just so happened that if I'm running behind you and I grab you from behind, how the hell do you expect the defender to even tackle? Because you're almost gonna have to put yourself in harm's way to make the tackle, hurt yourself. So if you grab them by the hip and you basically fall down, your weight falls on their lower extremities, and it basically could lead to ankles being broken, knees being twisted. It's a lot that comes with that.
So what about the defensive backs? So you got Derrick Henry coming out the backfield. What? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I guess safety is first. I understand, but
you're gonna have to hold him and game tackle him.
How do you get drugged down the field?
Yeah, there you go. Blue said, there you go. A bunch of big time players got hurt. Big players got hurt, and it's such a dunk. Yeah, I mean, thinking
that's how Bo Jackson got hurt, right? That's how Bo Jackson got hurt. He got grabbed from behind, and
that's actually how Irv Mulligan got hurt last year.
I thought it was an out of bounds play.
Go back and look at how he got tackled out of bounds.
Okay.
I'm not saying that they fell on. Trust me, it was one of them type plays, man. From what I can remember, unless my memory is not right, but I do remember you can be tackled out of bounds and still get hip checked. You know what I'm saying? Put the hip pads back on. It's not the hips, Willie. It's what happens to the lower extremities. You going for a ride. You basically riding them like a cow. You know how they they throw that lasso and they go and ride that joker down. It's like that. That's basically what it is. Damn, coach said put a skirt on the player.
Hey.
I see.
Yeah, man. It's yeah. Anywho, but go ahead, Nick. What you got? Joe, I know you get tired, bro. You might want to go ahead and you taking some L's right now. So, and I know you be tired, bro. Trust me, don't fight it. Just
So I did have a few questions about the running back room.
Nice, Joe.
Go ahead. We can hold it down. We got
is that kid from I think we was talking about himself. I said he run like Nick Chubb. Is he on campus? Dude, that's from Mississippi. That I think his high school colors were black and red.
Okay. Talking about Nate.
Nate.
Yeah,
Nate Gordon. All right.
Yeah, he don't care. He already enrolled. Running back room is stout, man. It's definitely a healthy room. It's a healthy dose of bodies in that room, man. And it's gonna be hard to get reps, man. You know, for some, in my opinion. You know, but I think we about 5-6 deep, man, at running back.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is 5 or 6 players that can actually start at running back.
Yeah.
And we'd be fine. Herb Mulligan, obviously JD Martin's still there, who's been a starter. You just mentioned Nate Blunt. You got Ahmad Miller. You got Zeke, who is just an emerging. Zeke is a stud, man. You know, then you have Dez Moultrie. You know,
that's a big guy, man.
Yeah, who
Zeke remind me of Lindell White.
Yeah, I mean, Zeke run with just
aggression,
man. I love the way he runs. He runs like he kind of got that run that you know, rest in peace to him. But he run like my goodness, what's his name? Was it Rondé Barber?
Oh, you said rest in peace.
No, are you talking about Cedric Benson?
No, heck no. I know said, man. I'm talking about Barber. They played for the Cowboys. What was his name?
Oh, you talking about not Tiki Barber, but Marion Barber.
Marion Barber.
Yeah, Marion Barber.
Yeah, Marion Barber. That's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking about. He got a lot of similarity. His runners. Remember how he ran?
Yeah.
I see that a lot when I see Zeke running. He just got a style to it. Marion Barber. I'm sorry. Yeah. He got that style to me, man. That violence, man, when he run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love the aggression he plays with. He dribbled the young fella that hit the portal. Man, he stiff armed that man into the portal, man. Let me stop.
Who did he stiff arm into the portal?
Nah, I ain't gonna go there. But one of the DB from the safety from Georgia State. I think his last name was, I ain't gonna say his name, but
I'm already tracking the 2 people from Georgia State that left. It's understandable. It's the portal. You know, it is what it. You know, it is what it is.
You know, we wish the young men the best and hope they find a place where they can find home and they content with where they are. It just didn't work out, and won't get into the specifics of exactly what happened, but you know, we wish them the best.
Man, you know, I would call it. You know, I've been riding Zeke since last spring, man. Zeke can run that ball, man. I think he got big and stronger now. I think Coach Beef, they had a heck of a spring workout. So yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. And Nick, after the spring game, man, we'll be able to you know what I'm saying, inform you a little more. And then not only that, you'll see who hitting the portal and who's staying. And you know what, Ken? You know, for the average fan, you know, we see people hit the portal and we get all depressed and you know, and
I see scholarship
days. But here's the thing. What we have to realize is, like you always say, some of them may have been sent to the portal. You know what I'm saying?
It could just be, hey man, it could be a mutual parting,
right,
an explanation of the role or explanation of where you are on the depth chart. And if a coach got respect for you and love for you, he'll go ahead and let you know, look, man, it ain't, you know, love you, bro. But where we are right now, you got an uphill battle just to see the field. And you kind of want that. So that could be and I'm not saying that's gonna happen, or it has definitely happened in the past, in times past, but I'll just say, man, we don't know. We won't know until that time comes, you know. That man said, if I was raised in a single, yeah, man, stupid. Said, man, I mean, Zoe actually, man, Zoe get up early, man, for work, bro. So I understand he can't be up all day, you know. But bro be tired, man. He have a physical, grimy job, so you know he be grinding it out, man. But yeah, Malachi, running back room. We touched on quarterbacks, tight ends. Zoe touched on. I think we can pick up an extra tight end. We got a young man from Hudson that we recruit. Hopefully he commits. O-line, we still recruiting O-linemen. Definitely still recruiting O-linemen, even for this year.
For real?
So yeah, man, we got that. O-line has to be rock solid, man. We have to be good at in the two deep. We need 10 solid offensive linemen, you know, and that's gonna win us a celebration ball, the O-line. The cute stuff is cool, but if you ain't got no O-line, you ain't going too far without a good O-line.
How you feel about your DNs?
I feel pretty. I want more.
All right.
I like I like the position that we're in. I like to see us get healthier. I want a surefire edge rusher, man, that I could just be salivate over. That's one of my favorite positions. And I think that you know, we brought in Josh Nobles. I like him. Still got Phillip Webb, still got Anthony Smith as of now, and somebody else I'm missing. That ain't Braxton Barney, Alan Walker coming out the edge now. You know, we got some pieces, man.
Yeah,
got some pieces. Here's some good things about some of the guys on the D line, but at the same time, again, I don't put a whole lot of stock into the roster right now because I know that it's not 100% complete. It's very incomplete right now.
For real. Okay.
Well, just, I mean, 20% is a lot when you think about a roster for a FCS team, you know? We got a good 75, 80% of our guys that I think going to be on the squad for the ULM game. So we'll see. I was a student there was one teacher who meets students at the door with a drop form to drop them from his class for performing for it. That's like insensitive. Hey man. But I think the defensive ends and the but again, you know, we got Javancy Jones, man, and that, you know, he working with them guys coming out the edge, man. So trust me, I like that a lot. You feel me? And
yeah, I seen the videos and stuff. He real hands-on with his players.
Special teams is gonna be great. I heard he's doing an outstanding job with the special teams as well. He is he's taking that room extremely serious. We got several kickers, but looking good, man, on special teams, man. And it's a very, very important aspect of the coaches are really keen and honing in on seeing that area of our game improve. We're gonna be a complete team this year, I think.
Yeah,
I think we will be. We got a really good test on the first game, and then we got Lane, then we got Southern, then we got Grambling, man. Hey, we got to be ready to play ball, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Malachi.
Yeah, what's up?
Bro, you pretty knowledgeable. Are you still in Bangkok somewhere? I mean, you be on your stuff, man. I mean, where you get your information from, bro?
No, I just only reason why I'm knowledgeable and stuff because I look in at what I'm trying to say. I look in, you know, at the recruits y'all have and stuff, and then I look at, you know, what other HBCU teams have and stuff. Like when I have a chance, you know, downtime when I get home and stuff, you know, I look at it just a smidge and stuff. Hence why I keep saying, and I hope he's listening, Jalen Woods from Southern, leave and come to Jackson State or go somewhere else. Way too much talent sitting on the bench. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna always look out for Georgia boys. He a Georgia quarterback. But I'm able to remember, you know, certain things and certain stuff and just be able to, you know, speak about it and stuff and certain things I see. Just like prime example, Ahmad Miller, he can stay healthy. To me, like I said, he runs like Zeke Elliott when he hit the hole. So it's like 10, 15 yards. It's like once them feet start scattering at the 15, during 15 yards, you got to go get them. If you don't get him, it's straight line. He has great straight. He's a home run hitter.
Yeah. I mean, we had a really good emergence of some great talent with the young guys, man.
Yeah.
We got a new running back coach, and it's gonna be good to see who they all gotta prove themselves to him, TD. That's the uniqueness of it, because it doesn't matter who was who. We know who Irv is. Irv's that guy. Irv got to be healthy, of course. Is a healthy Irv is Irv the best running back in HBCU, probably FCS in my opinion.
Yeah,
if he's healthy.
And I think a lot of people were surprised at how good JSU did run the ball last year.
Well, we got an offensive line coach that led the SWAC in rushing last year at Texas Southern now. So, I mean, yeah. I like the combination. He had Ladarius Owens and Ladarius Owens and Ja'Cory Howard, and they did a pretty good job over there at Texas Southern. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna do well for us, man. I really do.
You know, you can go.
Go ahead, Malachi.
I just can't wait until on one of those replays because you know Jacobian. I don't want to butcher his name, Jacobian Morgan. I just can't wait for one of those replays where they not checking for him. They think he's gonna just, you know, give it to the running back. When he pull it and he run for a touchdown, it's gonna look real good.
He did that last year. I think that's the Zach McDonald play. I don't want Jacoby pulling shit. I want him in the pocket. I'm just telling you, man. I'm sick. We lost our quarterback running, man, last year, bro.
So let me ask you something. You want him to be like Jameis Winston in the pocket?
Yes. I do. I don't want my quarterback running the ball, man. Hold the ball. We got 17 running backs, bro. Hand the ball to Zeke. Hand the ball to Irv. Hand the ball to Dez. Hand the ball to Ahmad. Hand the ball to JD. Hand the ball to Nate. I don't need him running the ball. I need him throwing that thing. Now, I understand. I do. I'm messing with you. I do understand defense honest and pulling that thing and when he have to. But, bro, listen. Over the past decade, all the quarterbacks that got hurt in the NFL got hurt outside the pocket for the most part, except Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got hurt in the pocket, actually. I mean, kind of a little funny, that happens. That happens.
I mean,
but for the most part, bro, when they running and scrambling, that's usually when they get hurt.
I mean, well, we can disagree because I don't see, to me in the NFL, I don't see so many people actually stay in the pocket, get blasted, and now.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's
because I can name.
I guarantee you, when you look at the injuries of all the quarterbacks over the past decade, I guarantee you that the majority of them was outside the pocket.
Yeah, well, understand. Like I said, I can name 3 right now that were in the pocket and they got their legs snapped. I can
name 7. That was outside the pocket.
Hey, Ken, I want to mention something real quick. Excuse me, but I got a little excited, bro.
What?
I know I might be late on this, but I just seen 3 Jack State play on a Muskelly commercial.
Hey, that's wonderful to me.
That's what I'm saying. I got really excited about this. Oh, it was Chase. It was Chase, Ken, and Coach.
See, this is what y'all are misconstruing, brother. I am not telling y'all that quarterbacks don't get hurt in the pocket. See, y'all ain't heard what I'm not debating that. Absolutely, they get hurt in the pocket. Yes, they do. Let me qualify myself. All I'm saying is the probability You standing flat-footed and you got a bad offensive line, of course you can get blasted in the pocket. Of course you can get hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. So that I'm not debating. I'm just saying that your chances of getting, let me say it this way. Can we say it this way? Do your chances of getting hit increase when you exit the pocket? If you got a good line, you probably stay upright. Now, granted, you get hit and all that type of stuff, but my point is that it's called a pocket. You stay in your pocket. That's really where your safety is. We're not talking about crappy offensive lines and bad, you know what I'm saying, getting beat at the point of attack. We're not talking about that. That does happen. But what I'm saying is when you get outside the pocket, your chances of getting hit every single time is extremely high. That's my only point. That's my only point. So my point is, yes, Jacoby will run the ball sometimes. But I would have loved to have seen Jacoby finish that game against Alcorn last year. Unfortunately, he got hurt doing what? Running the football.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Guess what? John McDonough got in the game. And boy, he almost went to the end zone and got hurt. What was he doing? Running the ball.
But did he pull a muscle? Did he get tackled? Did he pull a muscle?
Yeah, hamstring got time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We had two quarterbacks got hurt against Alcorn. Both times they got hurt with running. So what we talking about? If he in the pocket, when he was in the pocket throwing touchdowns, hey, we was celebrating. Cue up the boom.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong. I know we love that old read option shit. I like pro style. I like the Shador offense. I'm just being honest. He ran when he needed to run. You see what I'm saying? All quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes' feet actually is what won the Super Bowl. We agree on that? You know that?
And they ran at least three.
Yeah, he ran that thing.
They ran 3 QB sweeps.
Yeah, because I understand the strategy behind it.
Yeah.
I do say you catch him off guard because what he did was he softened them up so bad because he was gashing them jokers from inside the pocket that they had to respect his arm. And guess what? He had a field that was wide open. He just ran that thing, got out of bounds, ran and hit, dive for a first down a couple times. It happens. He was balling. Yeah. But my point is that you still just kind of most teams that rely on their quarterback heavily, they kind of hold their breath when he started running. They be like, man, please don't get hurt. Because when your quarterback goes down, your season probably gonna go with it. So yeah, man.
Sure. That's understandable.
What else you got?
It's just about my favorite position, the tight end position.
Okay.
Well, Jency Riley, I keep hearing it and stuff. Fast as lightning. How you think the tight ends are gonna be used this year?
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. And I love Jency. Jency gotta come with it, man. Okay. I mean that. And he know why I'm saying that. Love him, the energy, great personality. I need to see him be that. He need to be best tight end in the SWAC. He got the potential to do it. Now we got to throw in the ball, but we got a great tight end in Jency. If he stay healthy, I think he can really eat in his offense, man. But he got to come with it. You got to take that next step, man. I need to see him be that dude.
Do you think he's the fastest tight end in the SWAC?
I don't know who's in the SWAC to judge it. I ain't gonna say. I know he fast as hell though. Now, if you ask him that, he gonna say Jency. Now he gonna say it exactly this way. Ain't nobody faster than Jency, right? He talks about himself in third person. Yeah, he that's nephew, man. He you know what I'm saying? But no, Jency has the talent to be the best in the league, bro. But again, I'm not giving nobody that title. They got to go earn it. And I think when they earn it, we all can sit on the platform and the consensus would be, yeah, he that dude.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He said Jackson Davis is the only good tight end returner. Who he play for? Blue. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
But I think we can use another tight end. Kind of losing Hayden, kind of set our depth back a little bit. But we kind of wanted to be at a certain.
Losing Hayden, or where did he go?
I don't know. He left Jackson.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of stopped paying attention when they not at 1,400 J.R. Lynch. I mean, I wish them the best, but I don't keep up with them like that when they leave. Unless they go pro or something, you know what I mean? They go somewhere else. My eyes stop looking. So, you know, it's cool. But yeah, Jace is what is Jace now? Yeah, Jace is I think Jace is playing tight end now. Or linebacker.
So
Jace playing linebacker now.
Oh.
I think. Jace was tight end last year. Jace playing linebacker.
Dang. So what? That's only 3 tight ends right now.
We got 3 on the roster right now. We good. Hell, if we ain't going to the tight end but 15 times a season, we really only need 1.
Thing is, I would love to see the tight end fed, because something I noticed from defenses in the SWAT, they lose when that tight end go up the middle. They lose control of the tight end, especially when they fast.
Oh yeah, it's Blue. I remember him now. That's number 84, I think. Is that 84? Yeah. He pretty solid though. The tight end from Mississippi Valley. But yeah, I'm with you, Nick. Man, we gotta go down the middle, man, and use the tight end. The tight ends can be a weapon if you use them right.
Yeah, especially down the middle. And Jensen, he fast. How tall is he?
6'4", 6'5".
6'4", 6'5". You go down the middle, they're gonna lose. See it time and time again from SWAT defense. They're gonna lose eyes on you and stuff. You telling me you can't complete a 15-yarder right there and stuff, and it's not even that.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that this year. I think we're gonna have a really good offensive scheme and strategy and game plan. I really do. Everything we did last year, I'm flushing.
All right. So something new.
I'm not even saying it's gonna be new. I just think it's gonna be a new direction, a new play caller. We're gonna have some more simplified stuff that we're running that is effective, and we're gonna be pretty good at it. I believe that. I really do. So yeah.
All righty. I mean, well, that's most of the questions that I wanted to ask.
Hey, all good stuff, man. I appreciate you, bro. It's been a minute. See, you got anything for Nick?
Nah, man. Nick doing his thing, man.
Nick, quick.
Huh?
You plan on catching any games this year in person?
No, not really, because I'm stationed out here in Colorado Springs and stuff in the service. But I'll say this though, if I do
you gonna catch some games over in Boulder?
It's funny because I'm 73 miles from there. That's hilarious. You want to know what I thought about? I'm gonna say this because I literally, and people can judge me when I'm getting ready to say I don't care. Y'all don't pay my light bill. But I literally thought about getting a JSU hoodie because I got a full Tiger onesie, and I thought about going to a Boulder game and holding up a sign saying JSU had Shador first.
Hey man, look, hey, you at your own risk, man. I like that, but I also want you to. I like you coming on the show. I want you to stay safe, man.
Just to be petty, I'm been pissed these people.
Hey, I was holding my breath on what you was about to say, bro. Because
no, I understand.
So with what you just said, I don't think none of us got no problem with it. Now, you know what I'm saying? You just be careful when you know what I'm saying, when you do that.
Oh no, I said I thought about doing it. I'm
you're on the Army base too, right? Oh, you good? Just
No, but I'm talking about when you go to like Boulder, Colorado, and watch them play, and you with them fans and stuff. You never know how people act and stuff, especially you come with.
Nah, I wouldn't do that though.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Shador, good. That's our guy, man. We love Shador.
Yeah,
we love Shiloh, Cameron, Silman, Craig, man. They're my guys, man. But we ain't rooting for Colorado.
Dang, that's that hurt.
No, sir.
Nah, that's understandable. I mean, I do.
You can root. I can root for the players and still.
I ain't a fan.
I ain't rooting. Look, I don't give a damn about Colorado, man. I care about, we care about them boys, man, and it's all love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I care about Shiloh, I care about Shador, and even Travis, and Savion Wilkerson for as long as he was at JSU. That's just me.
I'm with you, bro. I know when Shador get drafted, they're gonna play clips of Jackson State and Colorado.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. I would like to think so. They might only play Colorado though. They might only play, but I think he's gonna be the first quarterback off the board in 25, man.
Yeah, he should be and stuff because for what I'm seeing at the quarterback position.
Well, I mean, they got some good ones over there. Still got, Dylan Gabriel. You got Carson Beck. You got Arch. I mean, not only Arch Manning, but you got Quinn Ewers. You got some.
Arch Manning ain't leaving until 2026.
No. I meant to say Quinn Ewers. They got some talent, man. In that's still in college football.
Yeah,
but Shador gonna be that guy though. I don't think Beck is. I think if you put Shador on the Georgia Bulldogs, I think Georgia wins the national championship.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and down Beck because I could have swore he almost had 4,000 yards passing.
He's at Georgia, bro.
I know.
I'm just keeping it a buck, man. I'm keeping it a buck, man. I'm not knocking the kid's talent, but I feel like Shador is the best quarterback in college football next season, and I'm saying that. I believe that wholeheartedly, bro.
Yeah, and I agree.
Now, the only other quarterback that I would think that Quinn Ewers is good. I don't think Quinn Ewers is going to be a good pro. He just does not look like a pro. I mean, I rock with UT. That's the hometown team,
I'm gonna put it to you like this: Quinn Ewers plays just like what's his name, Joe Milton at Tennessee. Big arm, but he's gonna throw 2 interceptions in the game.
Yeah, something about him that just don't translate to me. I don't get excited about any of them quarterbacks. Don't mean that they won't win. Hell, I get more excited about Dylan Gabriel than I do Quinn Ewers, though. And, I just feel like he a baller, bro. But he's a little undersized. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Enough about that. What else you got for me?
That's all.
Man, well, as always, bro, I appreciate you. And I'm gonna go ahead and we got brother C Lee gonna come up, and we're gonna change gears a little bit because we got some diversity, equity, and inclusion, or the DEI stuff that we did want to touch on before we ended the show tonight. So we'll take the last 45 minutes to touch on that. We'll end it at 2.5 hours, and we'll go from there. Nick, anytime, bro. You're always welcome to come back up, bro. And I appreciate you, Doc.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful night, and God bless y'all.
Thank you, brother. God bless you too.
Nick, be safe, man. Appreciate you. Be safe.
Right. Y'all too, Mr.
Yes,
T.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nick's good dude, man.
Huh?
Like Nick. Nick, good dude.
Oh, always, man. Nick know his stuff, man. Appreciate bro for coming on every time.
You better not go over to Colorado with that.
Oh, but hey, big bro got the tie on tonight. What's going on, big brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Hey, you just fine, Doc.
Yeah, I had an event, man. When I got in, I was so tired I ate. I said, I'm just going to have to go on what I had on. So that's why I got it on. I came right from the event.
Hey, man, if you got some of them black and white wing tips on right now, boy, you in the game, baby.
I don't know how. Well, look, I had them. I ain't gonna lie, I took them off, but I had them on. I did have my black and white.
Hey, you already said your hip was deadly, so you know what I'm saying?
Look, before we get started, one of my favorite quotes is something that the great philosopher Morris Day said. He said, Some of my best friends wear blue jeans. I'm just not ever seen with them. So, that's
yeah, I like that. Indeed, man. Hey, but look, man, it's been a great show. We definitely, you sent us a email that's just, it's a lot with this, man. I definitely wanted to touch on it. I appreciate it. I'll let you open up about it, and then we'll kind of use the next 45 minutes talk about it, and we'll close it out with this.
So what I'm about to say is based on 3 events and 3 articles, and we can get. I'll get the links and let Ken put them in. But 3 things happened. You had the NAACP sent a letter to the NCAA about the recent DEI movement by colleges and state legislatures. And then you had Governor Tater Tot, his latest appointments to IHL, which removes 2 of the HBCU grads from the board and leaves only 1 HBCU grad now on IHL. And you just had the Tennessee State Legislature working to dissolve the Tennessee State Board of Trustees, which now means that Tennessee State no longer has a Board of Trustees. So the question is, what do these 3 things have in common? How am I grouping the NAACP sending a letter to the NCAA about DEI, Governor Tater Tot removing 2 HBCU grads from IHL, leaving only 1, and again, Tennessee State Legislature dissolving Tennessee State's Board of Trustees? And what people need to understand that these 3 things represent a 2-fold attack, because we have to understand that the goal is not just to remove DEI from PWIs.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time that they are removing DEI from PWIs, they're also working to close or merge HBCUs so that our athletes don't have anywhere to go to run. And now let me connect something else, because I want to make people clear with some census data I was just looking at. The Republican desire to end abortion and DEI are connected. Let me say that again. The Republican desire to end abortion and DEI are connected, because check out this statistic. In Mississippi, Texas, and Florida, the population of people under 18 is majority Black. Let me say that again. In Mississippi, Texas, and Florida, the population of people under 18 is majority Black. As such, the PWIs in these states are running out of white children to recruit to their schools, and they are not as successful as recruiting white people from other states or other countries. This also connects to immigration, because not enough people are coming from European countries to increase the American white population as it was in the past. As such, we got to realize, again, that the attack on DEI, the attack on HBCUs, and the attack on immigration is the last-ditch effort, or what we would call a Hail Mary, of a group of people who realize that they will no longer be the majority population in the next 20 years. We've been talking about, those of you, I'm 54. Mm-hmm. So what people don't know is I go back to in my 20s. I remember in my 20s, they started forecasting that America was going to be majority Black in, say, 50, 60 years. We are at that point. The number one problem is that white people are just not having children fast enough. For those of you who are biblical, remember when Pharaoh sent the nurses out? He said, "Hey, kill them Jewish babies."
Yeah, definitely on all babies, on all kids 2 and under. Go ahead.
Exactly, and the Jewish population increased, and Pharaoh was like, "I thought I told y'all to kill them babies," and the nurses told Pharaoh, "They having babies faster than we can kill them."
That's right.
And that is what's happening. Now, the other part of this is that what we have to understand, and I had a great conversation with Derek Johnson, who is the head of the national NAACP, used to be the head of the state NAACP, because I wanted to ask him a question, and just to make sure I wasn't the only one thinking about this. And what we were saying today is that the one thing that most people don't understand, what our people don't understand because we haven't been taught properly, is that the only reason that many of the civil rights legislation was passed was because Black people were willing to boycott economically. Let me say this clearly. the laws did not change because white people got nicer. The laws did not change because white people decided to say, oh, what we were doing to black people in the past is wrong. No, the only reason the laws changed is when black people said, we're not going to ride the buses. We're not going to shop in your stores. We're not going to buy your products. That was the only reason. As someone said last week, which is true, we are a $1 trillion industry.
Yep.
Right? Black churches put $10 million in the bank every Monday. And so what they're doing now is they're making these moves because they are testing the waters. They don't believe that black people will use their economic power, because here's the one thing that we haven't done. The reason the NAACP, and I end on this so you guys can jump in, because there's one other thing I want to say, but I want to make sure we tie all this together. One thing, again, and talking to Derek Johnson and having this conversation, the one connection that people are not making is that the only reason a lot of the NCAA schools made changes is when black athletes threatened not to attend those schools because of certain policies. But what we need to understand, that's an economic boycott. Those schools didn't want to lose that black talent. And because they didn't want to lose that black talent, they were willing to curtail some things. But now, because they're desperate, again, these people are desperate because they see their population shrinking, and they are hoping that more people are going to be like, and I hate to call the brother out because he's not the only one, but what's the brother who's on the pivot? What's his name? I don't know what, was it Channing something?
Channing Crowder.
So they're hoping that more black people are like him. They're hoping that more black people are going to send their children to PWIs regardless, because they care more about their individual success than collective success. And so what then has to happen is that we have to start having a real discussion. I want to be clear. I never ask people to do what I do because I understand we all have to contribute the best way we can. But history tells us, you can't refute what I'm saying. The only real change that happened in America is when we decided to not participate economically. So when I tell people I don't shop outside of Hines County, I don't spend my money with a white-owned anything if there's a black person that can do it. And every time I spend my money, I ask myself, is there a black company or a black anything that can sell this good or service? Now, I can't always find it, but we have to at least start having the conversation that along with voting power, the strongest power we have to make people do right by us is economics. And here's why this is important. Check this out. In 1964, in chapter 8 of his book, Why We Can't Wait, King, in his book, Why We Can't Wait, was talking about how the white power structure was moving to replace workers with machines. That was in 1964. It's already been estimated that AI will displace 40% of the workforce in the next 10 to 15 years. And so what we then have to be willing to do is to ask ourselves individually, and having a conversation doesn't even mean you're going to change. But right now, I'm amazed at how many black people are not even willing to have a conversation about, are we spending our money with people who take our money and fund our oppression? We are by definition funding our oppression.
That's facts.
By spending money with people who then take that money and then contribute to politicians who run for office and pass bills to do things anti-us. I'll shut up.
Well, you said a lot. You said a lot. I think, my goodness, so many ways we can go with this. What do we? So, if the question was asked, you know, how do we change? How do we get active? Randy, you done went black on me, dog. I need you to renew that membership, dog. I'm messing with you. Y'all get them memberships up, man. Come on, become channel members. But where do we start? I mean, we have a lot of us in our community that just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I think we kind of we become so self-absorbed that that's kind of the thing that's hurting us now. You know, now we gotta actually be deprogrammed from meism and start thinking community. And I don't know, maybe I mean, is it too far gone? Because a lot of the things that's happening right now, it seems to be happening pretty effortlessly. It's like you look at the situation with Tennessee State, man, it's pretty that's pretty sad, bro, to lose the whole board. And I was just kind of watching the video on basically how we got to where we are now, you know. And now they've appointed a whole nother board, and it's like very similar to Mississippi, though. Like you said, you're removing 2 HBCU alums, and you put who were they replaced by?
The Jackson State or the Tennessee State?
For the Mississippi IHL board.
For Howard IHL.
For the 2 HBCU alums that were replaced, who were they replaced with? They
were replaced by, essentially, he named 4 people who were donors to his campaign. Oh, I got the names right here. Donald Clark, a graduate of USM, and University of Mississippi Law School of Attorney. He's also with Butler Snow. A founding partner of Heidelberg, Steinberg, Barrow, and Admiral James Jimmy Heidelberg. He also sat on Mississippi Oil and Gas. Attended USM. Charles Stevenson. He's president of the Mississippi State Bulldog Club, so you know where he went to school. And then Jerry Griffin, who served on the Mississippi Gaming Commission. He's a graduate of Delta State. So we lost 2 HBCU grads and were replaced by 4 PWI grads. And all of them are also big-time donors to Tater Tots campaign. So yeah, so that's
so who's left on the board? Is it Cunningham?
No, let me see if I can pull that up quickly. I got that. Who's left? It's not one person left, and it's not who's the person that's left. Maybe Cunningham. Let me see. Is it Cunningham?
Cunningham was commissioner, wasn't
he? Yeah. I'm trying to see who's the one person left. Who's the one person left? I'm trying to find it quickly. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now Cunningham gone. The 3 people we lost Dr. Alfred McNair, who was from Tougaloo, Cunningham, a radiologist from Jackson State. Those 2 people we lost. We lost those 2.
What's the name of the commission to do from Alcorn?
That's who I'm trying to find. That's who I think is still there. Is the Alcorn guy?
Yeah, that's right. I had his name wrong. So Cunningham was from Jackson.
Yeah, Cunningham's the Jackson State guy.
That's the guy that was okay, Hattiesburg, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah,
it kind of feels more like you know how our previous president appointed all those Supreme Court justices, and then you start seeing the ramifications of those appointments.
I'm glad you said that because I'm glad you said that.
Dr. Al Rankin.
Al Rankin. There we go. Al Rankin. And that's what's important. That's why November 4th is important because the November election is important because there are going to be a lot of federal judgeships up. And so the next president is going to appoint a lot of federal judges.
Okay, you said Tennessee replaced the board members with TSU alums. Okay. TD, you got anything?
And also, what led to the dissolving of the Board of Trustees was a bogus report on their finances.
Right.
And I challenge anybody to go read the report on the finances right? They were cleared of any wrongdoing. And what the biggest thing they got was they were giving out too many scholarships, and that the fees, the enrollment going out wasn't matching the fees coming in at the point of reporting. Right? That was the biggest thing. Like that was the biggest thing that they were saying that, well, you know, you giving out X amount of scholarships and you don't really have that we don't allot you that many academic scholarships to give, and so it's not matching what's coming in. But here's the problem with that. They were always able to balance the budget. See, if you giving out too many scholarships to the detriment of I can't pay my bills, that's a problem.
Yeah.
But if the amount of scholarships I'm giving out doesn't keep me from balancing my budget, then how can you say I'm giving out too many scholarships? Because here's the little dirty secret. Let me tell everybody in the chat who doesn't know the dirty little secret. For public entities, student tuition does not run the school. So whenever a student likes to say, I pay your salary to a teacher, that's the biggest lie ever told. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it. Now, for private schools, yes. But for public schools, student tuition does not cover the what it costs to run a school. You know, it's research dollars. That's what runs a school. And it's people giving donations and those kind of things. So the whole thing about you were giving away too many scholarships. Now, what they were really saying is we didn't want Tennessee State going after the top black students because we want the PWIs to be able to go after the top black students. That's what it really boiled down to. And they don't want HBCUs fighting back, because here's what happened. I don't know if you can remember, JPS used to do, all the JPS high schools used to do the top 10 students. And how many high schools were there? Was it 7 JPS high schools? Because I want to make sure I got my number right.
Yes, 7.
Yeah. So it was 7 JPS. So that was a time when those top 10 students, they would have a look, every school would do something for them. And then the public access channel would show it on, they show it on public access. And so if you go back to the 80s, that's 70 students, 10 times 7 is 70.
Mm-hmm.
Of those 70 students, 60 to 65 of them would always go to HBCUs. About 10 years ago, I happened to catch it. Of those 70 students, would y'all like to guess how many had chosen an HBCU? Take a guess.
10.
Lower than that.
Damn. 5.
Bingo.
Wow.
Because PWIs decided around the late 80s, early 90s, PWIs decided, why are we just letting HBCUs get the best and brightest black students?
What can we do to counter that though at the university level? Like, how can we, in your thought process, market ourselves better to where we start getting that homegrown top tier student talent back to HBCUs? Like, what do we do?
There's one thing we can certainly do. We need to fight to get our recruiters back into the advanced programs, whether it's APEC or IB, because what's happening around the state, not just in JPS, but what's happening around the state is that our students, black students that's in advanced high school programs, are being taught by teachers that have a greater connection to PWIs than the HBCUs. Let me give you an example. So I'm from Clarks. I grew up in the Delta, but my sister went to Callaway. Sister played in the band at Callaway. My sister was in the advanced program at Callaway. I forget whether Callaway had APEC or IB, but my sister was a straight A student at Callaway. And her senior year, one of her advanced teachers asked her, they said, well, where you gonna go to college? Because we haven't seen you coming. And my sister said, well, I'm gonna go to Jackson State. And the teacher told her to her face, why would you waste your talents at Jackson State? And the only saving grace was that my sister was able to say to her teacher, well, my mom and dad graduated from Jackson State. My aunts and uncles dad graduated from Jackson State, and they seem to be doing pretty well. But if you take the average student who doesn't have that background, Ken, you take the average black student who's a straight A student, but their advanced teacher from APAC or IB tell them, don't waste your time at HBCU, that student won't have the ammunition. And so what we have to do is do a better job. And I do mean fighting, because we have to fight to get in and recruit those programs, because they are fighting to make sure that we are not there to recruit them. And so that's what the universities can do. That's what the universities have to start doing. And we have to then, all of us have to start in our communities making sure, because there are some places, like I was really surprised. I think down in my wife claims, I don't know how my wife gets to claim 2 cities. She gets to claim Moss Point and Laura. I don't know how you get to claim 2 cities, but she claimed 2 cities. So she a Moss Point Tiger and she a Laura Tornado. I don't know how you a tornado and a tiger. Don't seem like how you could be. And it don't help me none, because both of her schools always been in the playoff, TD. I can't say nothing about Oklahoma County Red Panthers. But so every year we watching them tornadoes or them tigers do something. I just have to sit there and be quiet. But the Laurel, and this is why this is important, Jones County, Laurel, I think it's Laurel High, whichever one is the tornadoes there, they got a lot of Jackson State teachers there. So because they got a lot of Jackson State teachers there, the students are getting that promotion. But in those other schools, where they don't have a lot of the HBCU teachers, they're not getting it. And so that's the other thing, that when we talk about our alumni branches have to do a really good job of the schools that's in their area. Even if you don't necessarily adopt a school in your area, check in on the school in your area, right? Ask, can you go by and talk to? And you're going to have to ask more than once. Because I'm in a summer for 23 years. I've been working in a summer program at Tougaloo that not only it's for advanced high school students. You got to be in the top 20 percentile to even apply to be in this program. And we actually, students who go through our program, high school students go through our program 3 years, we not only improve their ACT score 2 to 5 points. If you finish our program, you have a 90% percentile of getting a scholarship. Do you know, Ken, that even with that kind of rate, it's difficult for us to go into a lot of the public schools in the Jackson metro area and promote the program?
Hey, brother Silly.
Yeah.
I've been listening, and I'm about, my brain about tired right now, because I've been trying to figure out which angle do we take for a solution. And I hadn't found one. And the reason I say that, when you talk about the government itself, with majority of them creating the laws, and then you turn right back around and you have a lot of the parents of students that went to HBCUs who don't support their kids doing the same. And with, a lot of the kids even going to private schools and stuff now. I mean, the battle is a major uphill battle. And I'm not saying what you saying is wrong. The question is, how do you climb that hill? I mean, we can talk about what it is, because it is what it is. But I mean, even watching the evening news and everything that you see, what's going on. I mean, you think they're coming at one angle for a criminal act that was created, and then they find a way to knock that down, and they come up with another. So I mean, it's like it's pretty perplexed right now for me, and I want to try not. I don't want to say I try not to think about it, but until I come up with a solution or someone has a solution, that's a man. I mean, that's a huge hill, bro.
So, okay, so Titty, two things. First, let me ask you this question, and I'm not being facetious. It's a real question. As bad as things are right now, do you think they are as bad as they were in 1865?
No.
So, as bad as it is, so I'm acknowledging to you it is bad. But when I look at where we were in 1865, that's where I get my hope. Because they didn't have any of the resources that we had. Like, I to this day don't understand how they choreographed an underground railroad when today we got everything and can't coordinate nothing. They didn't have no Instagram. They didn't have no text.
You know what? God, oh, Brother Seeley, I was just thinking about that today when I was driving. I asked myself, I said, has technology made us stupid?
Right.
I mean, seriously, I'm not even trying to be funny.
That made us lazy.
That might be the better word, TD. That might be actually the better word. I don't want to say stupid because that could come off as insulting, but at the same time, it could be correct. The smartphones have made us stupid.
And, and also, TD, here's something that what we have to do, though. We have to start. Yeah, I'm just going to step on some toes. We're going to have to start.
Yeah, you know, that's the only way. You're going to have to
being comfortable making some of our so-called leaders answer your question, TD. For instance, nobody made a big church leader in Jackson, leader of a black church, answer the question about having Governor Tater Top come to his church to pray for the end of abortion, but didn't ask him about any of his other policies that had to do with the perpetuating of second-class citizenship of black people. And so even if you don't have the answers, TD, and you know I'm not a big hip-hop guy, but I'm gonna give you a Tupac quote. I'm not a big hip-hop guy, but Tupac said something. Tupac said, you know what, I don't have the answers to the problem, but I hope if I keep writing songs about questioning the problem, somebody will come up with the answer. So for those of you who go to church regularly, you have a responsibility. TD, do you know that in certain cases, not everybody in their church, but there were certain people who wanted to put Margaret Walker Alexander out of her church because she was too active. And Margaret Walker Alexander, look, I'd be damned if you put me out of my church. And so what we have to be willing to do is have these uncomfortable conversations, because when we raising money, you know, when I was still going to church, I will admit the church that I was attending in Clinton, what really kept me going those years is that they were doing social justice work. Yeah, they were doing spiritual work, but they were doing social justice work. And so the question is, how many people are attending? It's just having the conversation. Hey, pastor. Hey, deacon. Hey, usher. What are we doing to make sure that our church is really a beacon of light on the hill? What are we doing to making sure we washing feet like Yeshua? What are we doing to make sure? Look, I used to tell people, you know what Yeshua I worship? I worship the Yeshua to kick ass in the church, the one who ran the money changers up at the church. And the question is, how many churches are running the money changers? And so sometimes you don't even have to have the answer, TD, but you have a right to ask those who stand before you in leadership, pastor, deacon, city councilman, whoever it is. Go ahead, TD.
So let me ask you this, and this is, I guess, the kind of point that I'm making. You know, even when it come down to the Jackson Water situation with the board and the money that was given by the federal government, and now you have leadership trying to get their hands on the money to where they have organized the board to where they can get their hands on the money. That's the point that I'm making.
Mhm.
When it is being written as such as they go, you get a whip out opinion.
But you know why they do that, TD? You know why they do that? Because they know that when they do that, you're going to still shop at Walmart.
Yeah,
they know that when you do that, you're going to still buy pork sausages.
Yeah.
They know that when you do that, see, they always whipped us by the pen. I keep telling you, TD, what changed the pen was us using our economic, that was the only thing. And the problem is we were never educated. People actually think that Martin Luther King gave a beautiful speech and white people changed. That's a lie. What changed was the economic organizing of black people, and that is the part of our movement, that is the part of our history that was never told. So they couldn't whip up. Let me give you an example. Do you know why? I'm glad you popped in. You know why the Voting Rights Act got signed? You know why the Voting Rights Act got signed? Because you had a battle. Russia, communism, the United States, capitalism. And Russia was running a campaign. Before Kennedy got killed, Kennedy was going on an international tour. He was going on an international tour through Europe to promote democracy and capitalism. When Kennedy got off the plane, they gave him a newspaper, whatever that country was, and the newspaper said, American president promotes capitalism and democracy while his own black citizens are second-class citizens. Kennedy, hold on, let me stop. Kennedy got back on the plane, came back to America, and said, get this out the damn papers. And it was only because we were still boycotting, that's what, it did not get passed because they had a change of heart. It got changed because we were willing to be active. And we need to have these conversations. We need to at least be able to have conversations to ask black people, where you spend your money and why you spend it there.
Speaking of, hold on, before you go. Speaking of, look at the bottom of your screen. We still got the women's basketball donation. We still
there you go.
If you haven't donated, look at the ticker. We got Cash App, PayPal, we got Zelle, we got Givelify. However you want to get active, let's run this thing up, man. We over 10,000 and counting. We're going to bless Coach Reed and her staff. Well, bless the women's basketball program, and however we're going to do that. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you share the screen. Make sure you comment. Make sure you join the channel. I need y'all to join the channel. We got to run the numbers up. But speaking of these dollars, donate. That's what we on tonight. We're going to grow this thing all the way to the moon. All right. I just wanted to jump in there. All right, TD, back to you, brother.
So here's the thing about what you're saying. At that particular time, all of us were struggling. All of us were trying to find our way. In a huge majority of us was fighting discrimination. At this point in time, a lot of us been invited to the table and we enjoying the meal that's being served. So now you don't have that unity.
Right.
Because we already minorities and we only make up a extremely small percentage. And then when you take half of that percentage, you take that away, what you fighting with? You know what I'm saying?
That's what TD, that's where education becomes important. That's where education becomes important, to where people need to understand that they are not, like you said, you can still be whipped by the pen if you're not economically diligent. Yes, you may have, let's be clear, there are people who feel like, I'm comfortable, I've made it, I'm an individual, right? And then it's up to those of us who understand better to say, you do know that this law coming down the path is targeting you as well as other people. Now, once you educate people, TD, once you educate people, And people don't take that. But the problem is to stand by and at least not educate. To stand by and say, hey, I'm not going to tell people that this is happening. Then that's fine. If people decide I'm not going to educate people, I'm not going. But if I give somebody the education and they refuse to act on it, then I've done everything I can do.
Well, it's a thing like this. You got to show me rather than tell me. So with that being said, you telling me, but I'm not believing you because I'm still partaking. I'm not going to believe you until my plate gets snatched. And by that time, it's too late.
Right.
I hear what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I understand the situation. I'm watching the situation. You know what I'm saying? But then when you have, but when you have a situation again, when you walk in a place with your HBCU paraphernalia on amongst people who have their paraphernalia on who look just like you and they just kind of barely would speak. You know what I'm saying? It's an uphill battle, man. It's completely divided. And I mean, I understand your concerns and the points that you're making. And I've examined this inside of my head. Again, with it, individualism, the division. Now, for a long time, we weren't accepted into the private sectors, but now we are, because you know what? They're getting the athletes. So, I mean, again.
I mean, so are you saying then that, I'm trying to understand what you're asking me. Are you saying then that because it is difficult, we should just not play the game? We should just
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out how to win.
Right.
Wait, not win, but even be competitive.
Right. And what I'm saying, TD, is okay, T, let me tell you where we are. And this is the frustrating part. We are right back at ground zero.
Yes, we are. I'm glad you
remember when the slaves were talking secretly and they were debating? Some saying we're gonna run from the plantation. Some like, I don't know, Master feeds us every other day and bathes us on Wednesday. That's exactly where we are, TD. And so the frustration is we back to ground zero, having those same conversations. And we have to decide, are we going to still have those same conversations, whether or not they're difficult or not? That what I'm saying is that those of us who are armed with the information, those of us who know, we do have a responsibility in our churches, in our workforces, in our communities to have these conversations, to at least tell people, right? And then when the insurmountable, like I look here at Clinton. Clinton is 40% black. They told my wife she wasn't going to get one black voting district. She tried to get 2. Now she only got 1. And she pissed off she only got 1. But if she would have never tried, she would have never got that 1. Now she's right in saying we should have 2. And TD, yes, some people let her down. We could have gotten 2, but some people let us down. But she at least continued to fight to get 1. And she made the statement, you know what? We got 1. When we check the census again in another few years, so we kept having the conversation. And now we went from no black electoral districts in Clinton to 1, just because we kept putting the information in front of people. And the win is, so what I'm telling you, TD, is this. The strategy, I'm telling you what the strategy is. Looking at him, and what I want you to do, TD, is when you leave me this next week, and I know you work, you do all these things. When you get some free time, I want you to research as much as you can economics and the civil rights movement. That's all I want you to, and then I want you to come back next week and tell me, say, y'all, either Brother C was telling the truth or Brother C was lying. I want you to come and say, because here's what I'm saying. It's not, because if we don't do this and have these conversations, Because that's the solution. The solution is economic power.
Hey, brother Silly, you know why I'm smiling?
What's that?
Because I passed your class, sir, but you're still giving me homework.
I'll say. Let me add something.
Hey, go ahead, kid. I want to say something when you done, bro.
No, I want to add something. I think in the midst of this conversation, I think that we have a blueprint on how to win.
Yep.
You want to know what it is?
Collective economics.
KC-1400 media.
Yep.
And I'm being facetious when I say this, but I'm being serious too. What's the one thing that we all love over here that we find ourselves? What's the common bond?
Jackson State.
Jackson State.
Jackson State. You have to start in a place where the people in the community love and care for the same thing.
Yep.
That's the bond.
Yep.
In order for us to create change, you got to create a frame of reference, starting point. You got to have an example. You got to have a template. There is no way to go make people who have decided that self-preservation is the only survival that there is. The hell with community. We become so self-absorbed that many of us in our community don't even have life insurance policies, bro, because we don't even give a damn about what happens beyond us leaving our. One thing I have to say, and I have to doff my hat off to my brother, shout out to my brother Richard, who is the insurance man. And I told him when I get home next week, because of this situation, I got policies and all that on my kids and family and all that good stuff. But I was like, you know what? Let's sit down and talk. Cause we got to make sure we tight. You know, my knee, you know, if God takes my knee, she gonna be laid to rest very comfortably, because she had everybody got policies and all that good stuff, because we had to get out of the mindset of just meism, individualism, right? Me, myself, and I only worried about me and mine. You know, we don't think past our situation, our circumstances. Now, with that being said, because of that, TD, it's hard to take people like that and make them love and care about. Man, it's so hard to make somebody that only care about. Oh my goodness, ego-centric, self-centeredness, self-absorbed people and individuals are the hardest people in the world to even be friends with, man, because they can never get outside their own mindset, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you won't even consider it. When me and you talk, hey, bro, we're gonna listen. I'm gonna consider what you say, because for one, I got a healthy respect for you, and I'm gonna say it could come later, TD. We could scratch claw and be like, oh man, and then later on be like, you know what, bro did say this. You know what? I need to really consider that. You follow what I'm saying? Because I ain't so self-absorbed. So what do you do when you deal with the majority of the people? Because that's a nice, strong population within the Black community. Because TD, you said something when I stepped away for a quick second. You talked about being able to appreciate some of the goodies that's at the table, the big table now. We some of us are able to get a little bit of that. We get a seat, and when we got a seat, we felt so good about finally getting that seat that we no longer cared about our table, our house, or none else that came with the thing that. So follow me. How do you get somebody like that to change their course of action when it comes to them? You know how? You find something else that they love besides themselves.
Yep. So
the one thing that everybody loves that we know of, because we have a walking, real live example of that, we got 450, with us included, it's 435 people on this screen right now, all because of one thing. The first 3 letters, JSU. So you create a small community, a small example, and you show how group economics, and you got to be consistent with it. You show this is, people still ain't figured out, C-Lee, why we show our work.
Right. Right.
Come on, man. The reason we do it is because the reality of it is that we want to show the community abroad how effective the things that we do. And you know what? I saw this. Somebody shared this with me today. They were talking about us in a Facebook group, TD, and was like, man, they was able to raise $5,000 in like 5-10 minutes. Man, that's so cool. These are folks that's not from the other school. So what that does is it gives an example. It gives an example. I know Brother Mertz was talking about some things that they're going to be doing over there with their university that's similar to what we got going on because of the influence of what we have. So all I'm saying is there are many other organizations that are doing big time things in the Black community, trying to change the behaviors and mindset. There are a lot of people on the front lines with information and communicating and saying that. But we got to do what over here, we got to do what works within our space. And I think that's really where we start. Because if we can really get this model down and really get behind, because remember back in the day, the church house was actually the meeting ground for civil rights movements.
Yep.
We've lost that, TD, because now it's just about who you can get. Hell, we can sell churches. Ideally, we can go get some of this big time talent. These kids gonna have to go to church somewhere.
Yep.
You got a kid in here getting paid money. You know, these athletes making money now. Hey, they might become a member of your church. But what I'm saying is that we need the churches to get behind what we're doing too.
Right.
They can partner with us, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. And I'm pretty much done. But the point I wanted to introduce was we really are doing it. We just got to do it more and better and expand on it and show it even in a greater space. Now, if it works, TD and Brother C. Lee, and I say this and I'm done, beware, because now we got to be ready to adjust when those that are affected by us, because they're not accounting for that.
Right.
Damn, I wasn't accounting. USM is not accounting for Jackson State to get their situation. Boy, if Jackson State unified, listen to me. Bro, we got Tiger Fund, we got Blue Bingo, we got 1400 Club, we got all these different groups. But listen to me, I say this and I want folks to get out of their feelings when I say this. Boy, oh boy, beware if we ever unify.
Right.
Beware if we ever unify, because I keep trying to tell y'all, we're not going to annihilate just other HBCUs from a brand standpoint. We will absolutely destroy USM.
Right.
We will destroy them. Yes, that's why Tater Tot got to go put alums from that school on the board, because trust me, dog, Jackson State Jackson State putting a foot on them right now. Now, granted, they still got 85 scholarships. They still got some, but TD, we close.
Right.
We this close to them. We not even close. We're not even saying Stratosphere, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. That ain't we don't fight that battle.
Right.
We don't fight that battle. But my point is, if we can somehow grow the model that's in place, continue to expand, pull in the mayor. Showquay out there. Showquay need to bring his ass on the show. We need to sit him down and talk to him. We want to get President Thompson on the show. I'm serious. I'm talking about like really and truly making what we doing expansive, and hopefully it catches on, because outside of that, TD, I'm like you. It's a lost ball in high weeds, bro. And we just spinning our wheels in the mud. Go ahead, Doc.
Go ahead, TD, because I'm gonna talk. Go ahead, TD. After you finish, I have 3 things I want to say. Go ahead, TD.
Okay, I just kind of want to put a smile on your face real quick. I have a great friend of mine who I consider my brother. I don't have too many of those because I keep my circle small. But I have the utmost respect for him. He's a JSU alum. He's running his own business. He's been very successful. His business steady growing. And no matter where he goes and what he does, he represents Jackson State University. I mean, he even has a scholarship over to the school. And we're going to bring him in. But the thing with it is, he just notified me that he's in one of the top schools in Texas, speaking to the class, speaking to the students. And guess what he got on? A JSU jacket. He represents his better half. You know what I'm saying? Work for a huge company out in Texas. And she traveling. and she's on big stages, and no matter where they go, what they do, they represent JSU. So don't get me wrong, the work is being, there are people putting in work and still representing, but as Ken was saying, it has to completely come together and be united, a united front. And to add on to what Ken was saying, it's gonna have to be a whole lot of pride drop, Ken.
Yeah, it will.
And so
we can't make people look. Keep going, bro.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm passing the ball to C Lee.
So I got TD. My job was to get the ball to James Clark, who's 85% of our offense when I was in high school. That was the play. Everybody knew I was gonna get to James Clark. Shout out to James Clark, wherever James Clark is.
I like that last name. We might be cousins.
I figure you figure Clark, he got to be a shooter. So I'm in on three things. Number one, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was known for one thing, but they actually got popular for something else. So the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was known for just that. Being willing to use armed self-defense. Like that's what everybody knows them for. All the Panthers was all about fighting fire with fire. Do you know what got the Panthers started as an organizing group? They got the community behind them. Does anybody know what it was? They got a stop sign put on the corner. They got a stop sign put on the corner.
That's it.
There was a corner. There was a corner in their neighborhood, and there had been 2 traffic deaths there. 2 people been struck by vehicles. And because they were able simply to work to get a stop sign put on that corner, it galvanized the community behind them. So the answer to TD's first question is, to couple with what Ken said, is that we have to find something. One thing, doesn't have to be big, and target that issue and use that one thing to galvanize people. It could be, we gonna all say, hey, we gonna boycott this store, or we gonna, and it doesn't have to be a boycott. Here's the thing about it. We don't have to say we're not gonna spend our money with this store. We can simply say, no, we're not boycotting you. We just decided we're gonna all spend our money with this black vendor. And so we find one thing and make that one thing successful. You get that one victory. And then once you get that one victory, just like eyes are on this station, you get eyes on that movement. I'm going to connect that to a question that Roy Bridgman asked back at 1120. Where Roy Bridgman said, Brother Seeley, it seems that JPS superintendent is eliminating or closing schools, which is confusing students and parents. What's happening? Brother Bridgman, that directly relates to what we're saying and to what I'm saying. Schools are closing in Jackson, Mississippi, because Jackson citizens spend their money outside of Jackson rather than inside of Jackson. Therefore, you don't have enough tax base to run the schools. That is the answer. That is the problem. So when people get upset, like, and by the way, I'm not just talking, because I was actually part of a group that went down to the JPS. We can show you the video. Went down to the JPS when they were going to actually sell one of the buildings to a charter school. And I was part of a group that helped block the sale of one of the JPS buildings to a charter school. Organized, unified, making things happen. But it doesn't matter, TD, if we block that sale, if JPS doesn't have the money for the upkeep of that building. So when people wonder why JPS, why they closing buildings, every time you spend your money outside of Jackson, and every time you spend your money outside of Hinds County, and you are a Jackson citizen, you are ensuring that JPS doesn't have a tax base to run its schools. I'll shut up.
Okay, I add on to that. I go a step farther. They get, not only if you're saying they're spending their money out there, but they got to sit at the table and move.
Say that again.
It's the same as TD. It's the same as when. So one of the things that I always talk about, and you know, I like what's my guy name again? The Powernomics, Claude Anderson.
Yeah, Claude Anderson.
He talked about how his family owned buses back in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, right? And during the bus boycott, it wasn't that they didn't have buses; they were riding black buses, you know, or they, you know, those buses at that time. He said his family they were thriving. TD, best time that they had. He said what happened was when the boycott ended, you know, blacks started back riding the white buses, and then a lot of those businesses, those black bus lines, saw the financial, you know, ruin of that, because obviously they might have been a little bit better. I don't know. I would have to just go by, you know, the examples that we do have in front of us right now. And unfortunately, the byproduct of slavery, byproduct of oppression, it leads to various different. I think we really need some therapy, bro. Like, we really deal with a major level of self-hatred within our community. And TD, that's what you're speaking to. You know, you're speaking to we get money, what do? We try to get it far away from folk that look like us.
Right.
We get some neighbors that don't look like us. You know what I'm saying? We feel like that's what success looks like. You know what I'm saying? Or we go somewhere. And I'm not to say that if you get the bread, you do want to go. And you know what? You kind of get forced because of what C. Lee just said. He broke some down, how just like the PWI started getting their talent, you also these predominantly white towns are gonna also go and get the best as well. Because if you can afford it, they know that if you can afford it, you're gonna come in there and you're gonna take care of it just as much as, you know what I'm saying? That's what gentrification looks like and all that. These are real things, but the reality of the matter is that it's almost like that's kind of what we are when it comes to that. And then once you do that, you no longer give a damn about Jackson.
Right.
Everybody.
I mean, now, you know, to be real with the flip side, isn't that the purpose for going to school, getting an education, getting a better job? So
you know what? I ain't gonna argue against what we're not saying is that you know, people do what they want to do with their money, how they want to do it.
Facts.
But what all we are saying is there is a real element of us not really. We talked about our dollars not circulating within the community. What's the statistics on that? Like black
less than one time. Our dollar circulates in our community less than one time.
We just don't rock with us because we don't, like Zoe say all the time, black folk devalue black things. Because that's the condition that most are in, and some of us are still in that. We got people that, and I'm not trying to be funny, but, you know, really with that, but it's a lot, man, when it comes down to it. Because the reality of the matter is, CD, there's some people that sit right here on this platform and watch us every show and won't donate $1. Because it's something in them that blocks them and says, man, I feel like if I do, I'm kind of supporting. They may have an issue with me, may have an issue with you, whomever. I'm not saying that I know who they are, but I'm just telling you, I know that is a complex. For example, bro, we had 875 people on the show on Wednesday, right? We might have 300 that donated. You follow what I'm saying?
And
I mean 575 people was looking, and the majority of those that were watching didn't. And I'm not saying that they had to. I'm just telling you.
And
some people didn't. I'm saying I know for a fact that some didn't, because there is something that exists within us because of the things that we've been through that says I struggle with supporting. I watch because it's good stuff, but I don't know about supporting you, because guess what, TD? I fear that I'm gonna help you pass me up.
Right.
There's an element of that. Folks may never say it. Folks may never. I don't expect folks to come on and be like, you know what, bro, you right. You got me on that one, dog. That was me. That was me. It's just an element that you know exists, and you just roll with it, right? You just roll with it. But again, you got to keep going. You got to keep trying. You got to keep throwing at it. And guess what? What we hope is, TD, that we build something that's so attractive that the people that don't value it come back and be like, you know what, I can get behind it. I can rock with
Right.
it. Go ahead, bro.
But also, you got to understand, even what you just said, Ken. You have a lot of people that talk a good game, but they ain't gonna back it up. A lot of people that'll say that to your face and smile to your face, as if they want to support you, and you can forget about it because you know what I'm saying.
Empty promises, dog. You know how many people that come up to me, man, I got this upset.
So
I mean, and one thing I've learned, brother CD, everybody that's smiling in your face, and you know, everybody loves a winner, bro. But when you lose alone.
Right. Oh, no doubt.
Hey, just so y'all know, man, Co Reed just responded on that tweet that I had out there, TD, about the money that we done raised. She put 4 hearts. She loved it.
There you go.
Send them donations. 450 of y'all. Everybody send $10 more. Come on with it. We're gonna blow up. Go ahead.
So 3 last things. Number 1, about the people who watched and didn't donate.
Hold on, CD.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut y'all. So EA said, come in, EA guy. I would say it's not exclusive to us. This is not an attack on you, bro. But when we do this, when we talking about us, I don't like to make disclaimers, bro. There is no such thing as one size fits all when we're having these dialogues. There are several exceptions to the rule, and it ain't that. But we're talking about us, though. I'm just talking about us. All that other stuff, because this is how you water down the conversation and you make it lukewarm. No. We being hot and cold tonight. TD just said what? Shit'll get off the pot. You got folk that's gonna talk a big game and get what they're gonna do, TD. Nothing behind it.
Yep.
Just talk. That's cold or hot. We ain't doing the lukewarm where you know that kind of touch everybody. We're not talking about everybody. We're just talking about a specific thing. Go ahead, CD. I just wanted to address that real quick.
But that still gets to the point of the first point I want to make. Again, I'll just say it. Only 20% of our community actually actively participated in the civil rights movement. So those people who watched Wednesday night and didn't donate, that's about the same amount of people who back in the 60s who didn't march with King or didn't go to the city or didn't give any money.
Fear.
So those people, so you doing the same numbers that King doing, Ken. So I just want you to know you're doing the same numbers. So you're in good company.
And two, we not saying it as if we don't know that it exists. I was just making a point and just saying how it manifests itself. And what people got to understand is this, TD. See, when you got a TV show, you might get a ballpark of how many people that was looking. But when you're on YouTube, I can see the numbers. We can see who are looking or whatever. We want that. We appreciate the support. We love that. I was just making a point that the statistics are really there.
Right.
How some of that number to the civil rights movement too it goes back to slavery, bro.
Right.
Like if Harriet Tubman had the same mentality as the person that was working in the house, they would have never got out of slavery. You follow what I'm saying? Right. So somebody had to say, you know what? We gotta get the hell out of here. Let me build this underground railroad, everything you just said. But even in the midst of that, even when you go back and watch them slave movies, what did you have? You had folks that was, chasing them down that looked just like them.
Yep. And remember, why did Harriet carry a gun? She didn't carry a gun for the white people.
It was for the ones that looked like her.
It was the one because you can't turn around, TD. You can't go back. I can't let you go back.
Why y'all over here messing? Why you over here starting stuff?
Because if I let you go back, you're going to tell Master our escape route. So Harriet Tubman was real clear. You either going to get free or you're going to die. Once you start on this track with me, you either going to get free or you're going to take this bullet to heaven.
But you know what, though? I got to say this. These types of conversations are severely frowned upon nowadays because people don't want you to have these conversations because they want you to be stuck with this. Man, we ain't in the 60s no more, man. Times have changed, man. We getting money now. Man, all you got to do is get up out, But at the end of the day, it's at the detriment of the community and everything that's being done around us. We're witnessing how other communities are getting a straight head start because we're getting pencil whipped to death. and we just don't care about it enough because we got what TD say? We got a seat at the table.
So to that point, when TD asked, he said, "Isn't that why we go to school? Isn't that why?" So I end on 3 last points.
Gotcha.
I used to tell my students this, and they used to look at me like I was crazy. I used to say to all my students, if you graduate from Jackson State and go get a job making $100,000, that is not a success. And all their eyes would open up. Like, what you mean, Mr. McCain? That ain't no success. I graduated and got a job. I said, no. A true success, from what we understand about graduating people from colleges, a success is if you leave Jackson State and could put a sign in your yard, TD, and in big bold letters it says, I can do this. And in smaller letters it says, and you're going to pay me this much to do it. So the whole point of getting an education, a college education, a university education, is to change societies in ways that it wasn't before you got this education. So if you have not changed society, if society is not different after you got your university education than it was before you got your university education, then you have not made your college degree a success. Now, that's a philosophical position. And people have to determine, is a success me getting a college degree and getting a job? Or is a success using the knowledge I got from my college degree to make the world a better place? And we have to at least have this conversation so that people can't say they didn't have the conversation. 2 final points, because I want to answer Andre R's point. As I told people, I got to work with Prince for 18 months. And we was in Paisley Park. And if you go to Paisley Park, there's this egg structure, Ken. It's a structure. It looked like an egg, kind of like an igloo. And so we were by the window, and Prince had me look out the window, and he said, and he talked really monotone, you know why I had that built? That looked like an igloo to me, Ken. Now, I had been in. I was like, well, So, and he said, I built it as a symbol to always remind me, how much money does a man need to do what he want to do? Now, I was like, that's a whole lot of money to spend for a symbolic gesture. But I got his point. That at some point as Black people, we need to start asking ourselves, how much money do we need before we start acting like we are sovereign, independent beings? What's the number? How much money do we need to stop being afraid of white people? How much money do we need to stop being afraid to live like sovereign beings? And that's just the conversation we have to have. So if your college degree and your job is not enough to keep us from being afraid to fight for justice, then we have to ask the question, is it the degree, is it the white folks, or is it us? And to Andre R., you said, Brother Celie, can you give us a list of Black-owned businesses you support? There's actually a group in Jackson that annually publishes a book that lists Black-owned businesses in the Jackson metro area. So Andre Anderson, if you go either to my YouTube and click the about, you can get my email address either from my YouTube or you can go to my website, Psychedelic Literature. And if you email me, I'll send you the brother's name that has the company that puts out the book of Black-owned companies. They've done it now for the past 3 or 4 years. And they're trying to get, and by the way, so if you got a Black-owned business, you can actually get your business put in this book. They try to do it annually. So there are actually people who are trying to promote Black-owned business, and I'll end on this. If you want to know whether or not you suffer from self-hate, let me give you an example. This is one of the best examples I can give of self-hate. Everybody in the chat, the 3 of us on this screen, whether it's McDonald's or Popeyes or Wendy's, everybody know there's one Wendy's or one Popeyes where we go, don't go to that one, that's bad service. Right? Don't go to the Wendy's on such and such street, or don't go to Popeyes on such and such street, or don't go to McDonald's on such and such street. But we never say don't go to McDonald's. We just say don't go to that McDonald's. If you take the same Black person, they go to TD's store. They have one negative experience with TD, and they say, see, that's why I don't shop with Black people.
I ain't gonna give you nothing for free.
That's but do you see the point I'm making? That
now you mad.
We ain't gonna stop shopping at McDonald's because we have one bad experience with one bad McDonald's. But if we have one bad experience with one bad black business, we gonna stop shopping at all black businesses. And if that's your nation, that's your notion, then that's self-hatred. Stop punishing all black businesses because you had one problem with one black business when you know that you ain't gonna go to the McDonald's on Clinton Boulevard, but you gonna go to the one on Spring Ridge. That's it.
Wow. Hey man, that's a good stopping point. Man, this conversation can go on for days and weeks and months, man. This is just an ongoing and this is a dialogue that we're going to continue to have. We didn't even touch on the fact that the people, you had some idiot on Twitter calling the black mayor of Baltimore. By the way, our hearts go out to all of those in Baltimore that lost their lives or loved one from the bridge incident. But they called him a DEI, the DEI mayor. And it's like, bro, you do realize that mayors are elected officials, and just because y'all just now seeing that he black, it's comical. You know, we try to act like racism don't exist, but it's actually it's alive and well, man. It's alive and well. It just changed its form. It changed its clothes and put a little makeup on. That's all it did. But it's still out there. TDI will come to you. But yeah, man, we're gonna end it right here. Great show tonight, 3 hours in. Listen, if you guys are just now tuning in, or if you're watching this show, if you got all the way to the end and you're not watching it live, we are still collecting for our women's basketball donation. You can donate one of the 4 ways at the bottom of the screen, whether that's Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, or through Givelify. We appreciate all the support. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, and again, thank you for the prayers. We're gonna keep it up and positive, man, and God is good all the time, man. So thank y'all, man. It's a great show. It's Friday. I'm a bit tired and exhausted, man. I'm gonna get to the weekend and try to get my travel plans and get on back to the SIP, man, so I can see about the fam, man. Brother C. Lee, thank you for all you do. Keep them emails and publications coming, man.
Ken and TD, I'm gonna say this. I'm saying this for everybody else. We appreciate you and we love you.
Thank you.
We love you, TD. We love you, Ken. We love Marcus. We love Rochelle. We love Brother Marcus. And so we just want y'all know that. But I want to say that particularly tonight with everything that was discussed early in the show. So Ken, when you turn this off, know that you rest in the bosom of all of our love. That's it.
Hey, City, thank you very much. We love you as well, man. Enjoy talking to you. Enjoy definitely seeing you in person, man. So keep up the fight, keep up the good work, keep everybody inspired and encouraged, sir. So again, it's fine for brothers to say we love each other without thinking.
Love you too, big bro, for sure. Man, I love these guys and this sweet, lovely lady that's with us. Man, this mission is fun. It's challenging at times, but the work got to be done, man. And we appreciate your contribution to this platform. And we're gonna have this conversation again, man. We got to keep the conversations going. We'll be back on Monday. Couple of these shows coming up. I know I'm probably gonna take off, but still got Zoe and TD hold it down, and we might have a guest host pull up in this thing, man. Somebody to come up in here and hold it down in my absence. In the near future, but we'll see how it goes, man. That's all I got tonight, man. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everybody, man. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a good night. DI love. Go Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers.